I just need a B major, I think. Still learning my uke chords. They're all different.
You have the oh,
That sounds like, oh, there it is. Okay.
you have the kazoo, the Egbert Family Kazoo.
Uh-huh. You want both? I could do both.
I think you don't need a ukulele when you got the Egbert Family Kazoo.
Yes.
You guys have to say the podcast right now part.
Okay. I'll
Because
do
I'll
it.
have a kazoo. I'll have the family kazoo in my mouth. All right. Is everyone ready? I'm ready.
I'll definitely do this.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Podcast right now. Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to Podcast Right Now, episode 143. It's another week of COVID-19 quarantine fear life that we're all enjoying. It's Sunday, April 19th, 2020. My name's John Michelle, and I'm here with a lineup of handsome men that are excited to chit. They're excited to chat, and we got a lot planned for you psychopaths this week. So everybody say hi. We got
right now.
What is this?
Are you on the toilet? It sounded like you just you pinched a loaf just then.
No, I'm not on the toilet.
Send us a picture.
We would never know.
Yeah, I could move before I could take a. I could go. I'm not on the toilet.
We need proof of life. You hold up today's newspaper.
No, I
you're
was
not on the toilet right now.
I was reaching down and setting the ukulele in its ukulele spot, and so I may have strained a little. And I
These guys are
hit
here.
my
They're ready
pants
to
a little
talk.
bit when I did it. But no. And was that ever a rule? We're not allowed to record while having a shit?
You know, if you got to do it,
Just
you just
curious.
bring in the mic.
Not a rule.
Not a rule. Confirmed. So on the podcast this week, we got a Kevin. He's $1,000 dog. Hello, Kevin.
How's it going?
Oh, down, boy. Settle down. Oh, we got a wise man, a friend of the family, a recent online Cream of Egbert quarantine query winner. He goes by the name of Joe Concheche. And
All
Joe,
right,
how are
I'm in a different. I'm in a different. Well, let's play this game.
Yep, that's how I am.
That's how he's doing.
Yep, feel
Good.
great.
Good. And then on the boards with some fun sound drops and checking the levels and keeping the feed alive. Carl. Hey, Carl.
Hello, hi.
You're
you
a
doing,
fucking
man?
choir boy compared to me. A choir boy.
Oh, Carl is hanging out with Arnold Schwarzenegger tonight. That's fine.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
So here we are, men. What are we? 5 weeks into this thing? 4 weeks into this thing now? This wild,
5?
crazy time we're living in. 5 weeks. How's everybody holding up? How's everyone's sanity? How is your food stock?
It's so crazy that it feels like it's been so long, but at the same time, Trump was impeached like 67 or 68 or 69 days ago.
Yeah.
That feels like not that much time.
Yeah.
I feel like we've all entered some sort of a time stasis. Like we're living twice as long in this quarantine situation as normal. Just the hours are going slow. I think the rotation of the Earth is slowed down. If you measure that, if you stop, get out the Earth and measure the rotation, it's slowed down.
It's possible. I mean, no one knows like the global planetary effects of a of a pandemic. We haven't had the technology to measure such things, in the past. So maybe you're
Right, yeah.
onto something.
Well, yeah, with all the cars being off the road, you know how if you're balancing on a ball and you're
Yes.
running and you're
Yes.
you're running fast, the ball's going to move faster. Well, with all these cars off the road, we're not moving the earth as fast as we used to.
Yeah,
It's slowed down.
and cars always go like typically the same-ish direction. That makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep. I'm going to be assassinated for my beliefs.
Yeah.
Maybe, or maybe it'll just be because of your face.
That wouldn't be a bad reason either.
Will you go on Infowars, please?
Yeah, please start
And-
this.
And say things if they say I killed myself, they're lying.
Your car, I think you're safe as far as like them hacking into it with a satellite or something, so you're probably good there. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Joe drives a 1997 Altima. Do you guys know this?
Whoa. It's a 98. Come on.
Is it really a 98?
It's
Yeah.
a 98, yeah.
Oh my god, I thought it was at least an 02 or 03.
Don't insult the
No.
man.
I am only a few years away from getting those historic plates. Don't jinx me. She's going to last, baby.
All right. All right. So Joe's good. He's got some big ideas about what's going on globally or on a planetary level. Kevin, are you feeding yourself? Are you staying warm?
Yeah, I'm feeding myself a little bit too much, continuing to gain weight.
Are you still eating those Oreos, buddy?
But yeah, I mean the same kind of cookie, but not the same ones that I ate already.
Just say yeah. You can just say yeah.
Eat
Mm,
him.
Is that a
He's eating 'em.
polite way of saying you're not eating your own shit? Not eating the same ones I ate already?
I just wanted to clarify that time hadn't stopped to the point that I'm still eating the same things that I was eating last week.
Oh.
That's all. Yeah.
I see.
Like
But
you
yeah,
eat
we
half an Oreo and then save it a week, and then that's when you're allowed the rest or something. Maybe that's what you should try.
had pizza. I think I drank like 35 beers this weekend.
Yeah.
Somebody left a stash of Reese's mini eggs in the kitchen. So yeah, I'm
Ate
about
those.
220 right now.
Oh,
220.
Goddamn.
you're
No,
going
wait, are you
heavyweight.
serious? Hold on, are you serious?
220 pounds.
I thought you said. All right, what's your normal weight?
205
Like
live.
145.
What did you say, Kev?
145. So I'm up 75 pounds.
Okay. Okay.
Your normal weight is
What's your normal
145?
weight? Yeah,
No,
because he
it's
says
not.
he says he's gaining weight, and then last week didn't you kind of reveal like, yeah, it's like 3 pounds, but still, I just
Yeah, but I made good time this week. I gained 3 pounds up until last week, and since then I've gained 72.
You don't
you should
you
go to the
don't s-
doctor.
you don't sound thicker.
Yeah, 72 pounds. We would hear it in your voice.
And you'd be like, hello, my name is Kevin Shaw.
I got
Do you have any Oreo cookies, please?
You'd hear him breathing and everything else, licking his fingers.
I'm regular fat. I'm the same fat that I was last week. I'll be fine.
Kevin,
We'll get this
I have
all
a
sorted
question
out
for
later.
you.
I believed you when you said what'd you say, 225 or something?
20?
220. Yeah,
I
I started to believe you.
normally.
Well, you're muscular, and muscle is like heavy, and I hang around 200. I wish I was down to my normal, 185, 190. That's what I should be, but not. That's just like general overweightness, not anything to do with the quarantine. Um, but I would guess you're like, I don't know, you're kind of a beefcake, about 200. Well, you got big old pecs, man. Those things
Good
aren't
looking
made
boy.
of feathers, you know what I mean? Probably heavy.
Well, now I am, yeah.
Well, you're a
Um,
rock of a man. I'm just saying.
An
Well, my legs
Abercrombie
that you
model.
probably can't tell because I'm usually wearing pants, but my legs don't weigh anything. My legs are like 4 pounds each.
Yeah, you skip leg day for sure.
Yep, me and Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
4 pounds.
Yeah, little baby legs down there.
Sometimes I'll just chop them off and do little curls with them, just little 4 pounds.
You can chop them off and stitch them back on.
No, they grow back.
Part of why they aren't getting
They
any
grow
bigger
back,
is 'cause
Joe.
I keep
Kevin-
cutting them
Kevin,
off and reattaching them.
I have a question for you about the text message you sent me the other day. You invited me to play a game. And then I
yes.
responded with an accurate statement. He invited me to play Codenames online, and I
I
replied
gave
back.
you a real invitation to play a game with me,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you responded. You said something about did you know?
I told you that
Go
in the
ahead.
film Hackers, you can see Angelina Jolie's nipples very clearly, and then you said I'm out.
Which has little to do with code names, I would
Well,
argue.
but it has everything to do with you should just watch Hackers and watch Angelina Jolie's nipples bouncing around. I don't see what's so wrong with it. But
can
my
do that.
invitation was rescinded after that.
It wasn't even rescinded after that. I said, you said how do I do it for real? And I said, well, I'll talk you through it if you want to play.
Oh, I didn't
then
get
you
that
said-
text message.
And then he said, I'm watching a movie right now. Seriously, did you know about these nipples? Hackers is the movie, by the way.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't think I got
Yeah.
the follow-up message there.
I think she shows her nipples in another movie called Foxfire. It was like early in her career.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. And then also maybe Girl Interrupted. She
Wait,
used to
who
show
the
her boobs all
fuck
the
was
time.
that?
That was Maggie. Here,
Oh, okay.
Maggie, say hi.
Hey, Maggie.
Hey guys.
You gotta say
Welcome
hi.
to Angelina Nipple Chat, Maggie. How are you doing? What's your favorite Angelina Nipple movie?
Do you have a favorite Angelina Jolie movie where she shows her chesticles? No, it was a quick no.
Angelina nipple chat.
Not to see her.
What do you want?
Corn.
Oh,
She says she wants to go see Corn.
she said she wants to go see Corn. No, she's looking for an iPhone cord. Here, you can
Oh,
have this one.
She said Cord. Thought she said she wanted to go see the band Corn.
You guys had tickets to go see Corn, right?
Oh yeah. Joe, did you ever get to see Corn, or did all of this happen before the like? Did that get canceled?
No, it happened. It was a while ago, but you guys were all seeing Norm that night, so I didn't have nobody to go see Corn with
So
me.
you didn't go.
I didn't go. No, I didn't
Oh,
want to be
so
that
you're
guy.
not a real fan.
Well, I've actually already seen Corn with Snoop and Linkin Park at the Project Revolution tour sometime in the early 2000s.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
I
Nice
have seen
flex.
Corn, but I
Nice
would have
flex.
liked to see them again. Yeah,
Okay.
if I had real friends.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that, but Norm won. What were we talking about though? It's a podcast, right? This is what we're doing.
Oh Jesus, fuck!
Yeah.
Kevin's gaining weight.
Oh, Codenames.
Yeah,
so what
I think
happened with
it's everyone
Codenames?
eating.
No, what happened with Codenames?
I played with my family, and Tyler has been playing with us lately too. He's
Okay.
getting a real taste for the game.
It's a great game. I want to play with you. I forget what night you asked me, but it's probably a couple nights ago, and we were watching.
Were you watching Hackers too?
No, we were watching something. Oh, it was a good movie. It was called Queen and Slim. About these.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Makes you feel bad about being white.
Yeah, I wasn't as big of a fan of it.
Well,
as it
you're
sounds like-
white. You're white.
Yeah,
You're not-
yeah. I
Made you
hated
feel
how much.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, how much it made me think about things.
No, it's a
Why are
great
you
movie.
so
though,
white?
If you have a chance to see it. Why is Joe so white? I think it has something to do with his parents.
Yeah.
I stay inside a lot too, so don't have a chance to really perfect my tan or get any kind of olive color on me.
There you go.
Right.
No, but everyone's eating well. I went in on a hog, like on a pork deal, and so I've so many meats, and we did this jowl bacon last night. We did like breakfast for dinner just to be silly, and it was really good. It was really good, like grass fed, all natural.
You guys smoke out before you ate that?
No, I don't do that until the kids go
Could
to
have been
bed.
living high on the hog.
Yeah.
That's good. No, that's good. I'm sure Maggie was probably high on the hog. My hog. No.
Well, maybe after you've had this good experience, next time you'll go whole hog.
Here's the rundown of the episode for the listeners. We're gonna do a topic called COVID-19 is still a thing, which we kind of already started. Joe won a game of trivia. Did I do all this? I don't think. No, I did that in your intro. So yeah, Joe won some trivia. We're going to talk about it. How proud we are of him. Um, we got a topic here. It's what are you spending your Trump stimulus check on? You buy a cool thing. Did you get some new shoes, new shirts? And then we got Joe is currently considering starting up heroin, and so I figured we'd talk about that a little bit.
That's not a real topic. That's not real.
What
On
you
the
said.
list, man. So it means it's a topic.
Okay. Well, maybe.
You
We'll
also
see what
told me
happens.
one time that you're a man of your word. Are you not a man of your word?
I've never said that in my life.
I
I'm
think we
pretty
should
sure that
start
was
with
you.
the whole Joe. I think we should start with the whole Joe heroin thing. Joe, why do you think this is a good idea? There's a whole bunch of scientific evidence and studies done by doctors and accredited scientists that they say no, you shouldn't. You should not try heroin. That it's bad for your health, and that you're digging your own grave.
Right. An early grave. Well, I think right now, if you're gonna start anything drug related, heroin's the one to go to. Normally, it's very expensive, and with the depressed economy, you have to imagine that demand is down for that. A lot of people probably aren't paying the full retail price of heroin. They're probably either dying of withdrawals or robbing someone. But you have to think overall, just this is the right time to invest in starting heroin. And so I'm
Yeah,
ready to jump in.
If you don't
Wow,
start
wow,
doing
wow.
heroin now, then you're just leaving money on the
You're
table.
leaving some H on the table.
You don't want to leave that H on the table. Okay, so maybe I'll try it too. You guys, I'm pretty impressionable.
Yeah, we'll get like a a buddies deal on heroin maybe. I'll get enough for the whole crew. We'll see. It'll be a whole thing. We can figure out needles, snorting, smoking. We can figure out what we're gonna do with that later
Nice.
on. Yeah,
Very nice.
because we don't want to share needles in this COVID-19 economy. For Christ's sake, Jesus, that'd be irresponsible.
I think you can share it with somebody if you're like real good friends.
If you're the
I
same blood type, I think it's safe.
think you still
Okay.
got to be 6 feet away, and then you have to like pass the needle through the air, maybe.
Which you're gonna get stuck probably.
Yeah, it's you'd want to wear like a catcher's mitt or like a chain link plate of armor.
How are you gonna shoot up through the
Well, no,
armor?
that's just for passing it around.
Then you take the armor off.
You
and then
take it
get
off,
high?
yeah, and then
Okay.
yeah, or just do it directly into your eye duct.
I heard you were thinking about injecting it into the tip of your erect cock. Is what I heard. I heard
Well, I
that
mean,
online. Is that
we'll
something
s-
you're interested in, or?
we'll see. I guess it depends what I'm watching at the time. If I'm watching like The Masked Singer, I probably won't be that erect.
Okay.
So that'll go straight into the eye. But if I'm watching Hackers and I'm keep fast forwarding that one scene, I'm gonna put it in my dick. Yeah.
Okay. Good. I mean, just
I don't think you should do it.
Carl still thinks no. Okay. Just be safe, I guess. Make sure you have a phone handy in case you overdose. You can call 911 real quick.
What's the saying? Better sorry than safe.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sorry for anything. I'm just gonna stick this heroin into the tip of my dick after watching Hackers. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
Don't plan it out too much. Like just see how it goes.
Yeah, don't put pressure on yourself. You can watch whatever you want, and you could put it in the base of your dick or the side of your dick, the shaft, or the tip, like we talked about. It's up to you.
And it might not end up being great. It might just be okay.
No, I don't want to start off my heroin binge with like I'm just watching Buzz TV or something or Pluto TV, and now I'm just watching American Gladiators reruns and doing heroin. That just
Ooh.
sounds sad. I
Wait.
need a yeah.
Are you saying that you've started watching American Gladiators, or that you don't want to start doing heroin and then be reduced to American Gladiators?
So Pluto TV is a great app, and it allows you to watch American Gladiators whenever you want.
I forgot
However,
to install that. You showed me that. It looks like a lot of fun.
I don't think that's what you want your first heroin journey to be on, is with some people with pugilist sticks trying to knock each other off of a platform in the
American
joust.
Gladiators is probably a good psychedelics thing to watch, I would guess. It seems like it would be pretty funny that like we did this as a society.
Yeah.
Yeah, just running in between walls and dodging Nerf bazookas from steroided out people, and could be funny.
I mean, I don't know if we all did it as a society. I think a certain sect of us did it as gladiators and competitors, and then a certain sect watched it. But there were plenty of people who were like studying for tests or doing blood work or finding the cures for things who were completely immune to American Gladiators on its initial run.
Wild. This is all new shit I'm learning. Did they ever bring American Gladiators back? Didn't they try to?
They
Yeah.
did, in fact, in the late
Late
odds.
Yeah.
And it was not good, or
Hulk Hogan and Layla Ali were the co-hosts, and it wasn't not good, or it was fine. It was just we were past it as a society. It did need to come back.
gotcha.
American Ninja Warrior became like the better version
Oh, yeah.
of American Gladiators, I think.
And I could watch that for hours. So, oh my god.
What is
Jesus
going on in
Christ,
this
yeah.
chat right
No,
now?
so in our Discord chat, we were sending each other the photo references so people knew what we were talking about. It's for the good of the podcast, but it was Angelina Jolie and or Foxfire and Hackers with her breast on display, and then our friend um, TKG sent a weird photoshopped. I don't know what that is. Their breasts are way too large. It's like a made up. It's fake. It's fake boobs.
Neither one of these Angelina Jolie's that are real. Neither one of those are hackers. So let's.
Oh, then what's the second one? Then is that more girl? Is that Girl Interrupted?
I don't know. She looks pretty interrupted, so sure. She looks disheveled.
I don't think it's the same as the first one. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, the first one she's got some weird candles by her, and I think Girl Interrupted is about her being like in a psych ward.
That's right, and she's got like orange hair or something. You're right.
Yeah.
She stopped working, didn't she, Angelina Jolie? She had all those adopted kids with Brad Pitt, and then she's like, "I'm done with movies."
It's hard. You got all those adopted kids with Brad Pitt. It's hard
Was Salt the last one we saw her in? Salt?
That sounds maybe right.
Joe, tell me your top 3 favorite Angelina Jolie movies.
Oh my god, on the spot?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen Salt, so I can't commit to that one, but
It's not good.
yeah. Is she in Ghost?
No, that's Demi Moore.
Fuck. Okay, well then not that one. Definitely Hackers.
Okay.
Maybe Gone in 60 Seconds is like...
It's a fun one.
Yeah, it's all right. And then I never saw The Tourist with Johnny Depp. I don't know if she's really got the best filmography. I never saw Girl Interrupted, which is the one that she won an Oscar for.
All right, mine goes like this: Tomb Raider, the Lara Croft. You got Wanted. Has a lot of Angelina Jolie. Remember Wanted?
I remember it coming out. I remember not seeing it.
They bend bullets. You didn't see that one?
No, I didn't.
Oh, Joe. Well, you get some side boob in that one, just since we were talking about boobs earlier.
Hmm.
And then in third place, yeah, I go Tomb Raider 2: Cradle of Life.
They made 2 Tomb Raiders? Yeah, they did, didn't they? And then
Cradle of Life.
Ugh.
Hey guys,
What's up?
did you know that if people want to get in on this private PCRN chat that happens on the Discord, they could just get on the Patreon, and if they give us at least $1, they're in.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
You can find our Patreon at our website, podcastrightnow.com. And Yeah, join us in the Discord chat. That would be fun.
Yeah.
So are people chatting in Podbean? Are we still live on Podbean?
No, we're just live on Twitch and
Gotcha.
here in the Discord.
Gotcha.
Where our close friends and patrons are, but Constable Soborn has not joined us.
What's
for
your
this-
image on?
for this
What do you
broadcast?
show an image for Twitch, or is it just our logo?
Yeah, it's just our logo.
Tight.
And I was actually thinking of just firing up The Sims 4 and just making a household of the four of us. while
Oh,
you
that would
guys
be
are
great.
while you guys are talking, maybe I'll do that in a little bit.
Yeah, you should do that. It's the smartest idea you've ever had in your life.
Pretty good.
What do you? Does anyone else see any good movies? Kevin or Carl or me and Joe have been talking about some of the movies we've seen. Have you guys seen any good movies you want to recommend?
In the last week, no.
Okay,
I saw one that I recommended to you, John, and I'll recommend it now to the general populace.
we're ready.
It's called Porno.
Yeah,
Did you watch it yet, or?
I haven't. We were on the fence a couple nights ago when Kevin wanted to play Codenames, and me and Maggie had a night to watch a movie, and we landed on Queen and Slim.
Okay.
And
That
but it
was-
was between that and porno.
Okay. Yeah. Porno's it's not going to be the most solid recommendation. It's definitely worth watching if you like kind of a lower budget horror comedy movie. It's about
You said this is also produced by Fangoria,
Fangoria, yeah.
which they did the what do you call it? The VFW.
VFW, yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely not as gory as that. It's gory in different ways. Like VFW has like the action violence. This has like
Thriller,
demonic
cringe.
violence, I guess.
Okay.
So it's about these Christian fellas and lady who work at a movie theater, and then all of a sudden they find a secret room that's got a porno in it, and they watch
Just
it.
one?
One secret room.
No, one porno.
Oh yeah, but it's haunted. So
The room.
no, the porno is haunted.
So, anytime I found a secret room at a video store, there was a bunch of pornos in there, and in a way, they all were haunted.
Oh, Joe, you're talking about a real movie.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
Porno, Kevin.
Up
Yeah.
until I thought you were just asking him if he had ever seen porno.
No, and when he first recommended it to me, he was like, "Hey, get on Plex and watch porno on there." I'm like, no, I'm good. I have my normal ways of watching
Right.
porn, and I'm not watching it on my fucking living room TV during a quarantine. My whole family's home."
And I think that's the thing too. I kind of wish that they didn't name it that. I understand that they probably did to be bold, but it makes it really hard to Google that movie.
Yeah, it's confusing.
What,
yeah, I
what
thought
would be a better title? Haunted porno or something?
haunted porno.
Yeah,
I
sex
thought you were
demon.
just talking about regular porno, and when you called it a horror comedy, I thought that was like the smartest
Horror.
thing you had ever thought of. But I guess I'll keep waiting.
Well, you can check.
Bro, you need to fix this.
It'd be funny though, right? Regular porno is a horror comedy. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah. Pretty much, especially if you're a dad.
Yeah.
I can tell you one to avoid at all costs. Like
A porno or a movie?
this is a movie.
Okay.
It's called Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Oh, you shut your goddamn
Ooh.
mouth. How dare you? The
You're,
movie
no,
has its place in the world.
you do not like this movie. You're fucking around.
I like it. I like it that it's. I like
When's
that
the last
it
time
exists.
you've seen this movie?
Dude, more than fucking more like a long time ago. I was probably in high school or something.
Okay, yeah. I think I rented it on VHS, and I think I forgot everything about it. But when I rewatched it today, just to kind of prove a point to myself, it was it's just so long.
It's one
So
of those
bad.
movies that if you ever had HBO in like the late 90s or the early 2000s and they didn't know what to put on, like it was one of like 4 movies, and that was always fucking on infinite loop on HBO for some reason. And
Yeah, but
like you said,
why-
it's not a good movie.
Why wouldn't they just put on Speed instead?
Good question. Yeah, so it's the sequel to Speed, which we can all agree is a badass action movie. Um, Keanu Reeves, Sandy B, Dennis Hopper, um, Jeff Daniels,
Cameron
and
from
so
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
sure. And so this
With,
is the sequel.
Miles from Terminator 2 is in there too.
That's right.
Mhm.
Um, this time around, they're on a cruise ship, and Joe is. Do they have to maintain a speed? I forget, or is it just have a bomb
They
on
do
it?
not. There's just a bomb on the
Okay.
boat that
Okay.
Willem Dafoe has placed there. The
Um,
speed is irrelevant, so it kind of defeats the purpose of it being a sequel, I guess.
they
Because how can you
also
maintain a speed in the water? There's going to be waves and shit that kind of fuck you up on that one.
no. We talked about this. You can maintain a speed in the water, but you
Not-
also it's not a good plot device because the ocean doesn't have like homeless people with strollers full of cans crossing the street in tight curves you got to hit. It's the ocean. Just like aim it and be like, all right, we'll figure this out.
Yeah, the ocean doesn't care. You can spin around in a circle in the ocean forever.
Yep. No cops looking out for U-turns or anything. You can do whatever you want. Um, so no, in this movie they decided, well, somebody decided that they weren't going to get, they couldn't get Keanu Reeves back. So they went ahead and made it anyway. They recasted Keanu Reeves, but it's not Keanu Reeves's character, but it seems like it is because the guy kind of has the same build and like aesthetic as a Keanu Reeves, and you know what I mean, Joe? Like he has the kind of short, dark hair and
Yeah, but
medium, regular dude build.
for him being not Keanu Reeves, I actually found that made him more unlikable to me. It's like
Yeah, yeah, you're not
just
Keanu.
yeah, you're so generic at your life.
You get Sandy B back this time, and then you also get as our villain a Willem Dafoe, and he has a condition where he has to every so often he has a leech collection that he keeps with him, and he has to put all
Sticks
these.
a bunch of leeches all over his tits. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Have you not seen Speed 2 Cruise Control, Kevin?
Of course he hasn't.
Oh.
Oh,
Is
have you
is
seen
that
Speed?
modern medicine? Yeah, I've seen Speed 10
Okay.
times probably.
Well, yeah, like isn't it true that they put leeches on like infected wounds and stuff, like if you live in the bush?
But where is Willem Dafoe's character from in this movie?
Oh, he's from like Southern California.
A
Something.
regular place?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just like
He
a
probably
weird
just likes
villain trait.
leeches.
He's
Yeah.
trying to purify himself, is what he says.
Oh, okay.
When you see him do it, it's almost to
Like
like
religious guy.
no, he's wacko. Like he was the head computer programmer for this cruise company, and then they fucked him or something. So now he wants to blow them up. But he's also got a weird leech thing.
I'm not gonna leave. I'm not leaving the leeches at home. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Wild. Um. So yeah, Speed 2 Cruise Control. I love talking about it. I just think it has such a cool subtitle.
It is a cool subtitle and a cool name too. I mean,
Yeah.
Speed 2, Cruise Control.
It's
But
like a
then
perfect title. It's a shit
Well,
movie.
you can't get him back on another bus, so you got to go with another vehicle, I guess.
No,
don't know.
the bus would be weird. That would be like
Ye-
really weird if that happened again.
Yeah. It was a bus and a subway too. You remember the end of Speed 1? They get into the subway and he's like, "I'm going to speed it up."
Yeah.
So they jump through. Dennis Hopper is decapitated. It's
Whoa, man. Spoils.
if you haven't seen Speed, go watch it. But yeah, Dennis Hopper is decapitated in that.
Shoot the hostage. Take him out of the equation.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
I love it.
Reeves has a
God.
pretty insensitive reaction to Dennis Hopper losing his head in that movie.
He lost his head.
You remember what he says to Dennis
Yeah.
Hopper's on top of him, and he's all, "Because I'm
what's
smarter
the
than
line?
you. I'm smarter than you, Jack." And then his head goes plop, 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 and Keanu Reeves sits up and he says, "Oh yeah, well I'm taller."
That's a good line, man.
I was thinking about when he comes back into the
Well, I'm
subway train. She said, "What happened to him?" He said, "He lost his head." It's like an Arnold line.
Yep, that is
Keanu
it. Yep.
delivering.
Now, Joe, we watched or we started a co-watching, and I recommend you guys out there if you do this with your normal movie buddies. But we started watching True Lies, and we just kind of had each other on speakerphone there, and we synced up our viewing. You know, a little 3, 2, 1. All right, hit play, and I thought that was good fun. And
Yeah,
I finished it. I think you had to go to bed, but I finished it
I was a
out.
tuckered out boy. I did go to bed, but yeah.
Two things. I forgot how awesome that movie was. I really enjoyed it. And then second, like, Jamie Lee Curtis's body was fucking banging back then, dude. Like she had a good
Oh yeah,
body.
the dance,
Yeah, the dance and just the rest of the movie, or
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
Like
all.
when and then Dennis Hopper's like, "There'll come a time, boy, when you'll wish you never met me." And Keanu goes, "Mister, I'm already there."
that was at the beginning, wasn't it?
It's good. He says, "You tell that wildcat behind the wheel, I got my eye on her." So good. He's a good villain.
I like
That
when
one.
he's eating the sandwich.
A good scene.
I always thought, oh, just bad guys are just like us. They eat sandwiches.
It's a long day. I mean, this is a whole plan that's gonna take a it's gonna take a day. Yeah, you pack a lunch is what you do. You brown bag it.
Was this like one of the first movies that used the plot device of they've just resynced up the footage so that they can get away with something?
Oh yeah, loop the reel. I hadn't seen that. I haven't seen that in another movie. I don't think.
I feel
They
like it
did it
happens
in
in one of the Ocean's movies, maybe.
that, and then often you'll see them either just kill a camera or or like just move it slightly out of frame or whatever so they can sneak around where its normal field of view would be. I don't know. I haven't seen the loop before or since.
I
You
think
said
it
maybe
happens.
an Ocean's movie, you think?
Yeah, I think it happens in more movies, but they're not good enough like Speed to remember
Right.
what they are.
No, Speed is oh, it's solid. It's you always forget, and then you start it up. It's kind of like True Lies in that way. I think you fire it up, and you're like, oh yeah, okay to watch old movies again. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Forgot.
Dude, I've watched Terminator 2 like 6 times since the quarantine has happened. That
Yeah,
movie is fucking so solid.
we were talking during our little True Lies chat while we were watching it, and you said something about Terminator 2, and I was like, you said you'd just seen it. And I'm like, well, what are you talking about? You just seen it? He's like, how long ago? He's like, oh, I don't know. I just, it was recent. I'm like, well,
Like 20 minutes ago, probably.
you talking about a month? Or are you talking about a couple weeks? He's like, oh, it was like last week. I'm like, oh, well, how how often are you watching T2, man? I mean, I'll always watch it, but I guess I don't know. It's usually after hanging out with you long enough that I'm like, I guess I need to fire up T2. That's why okay, that's why I watched it last time. You put it on at your house and then I went home. This was after a podcast one night when we were allowed to hang out with each other. And once I got home, I was like, "Hey Maggie, do you want to watch the last 75% of Terminator 2?" Joe kind of got it started at his house and I'm down and I'll be goddamn, she loves me. She sat down and we rooted on Arnold and Furlong in it.
Wait, you sat down and put on the last 75%, or
Yeah.
so that's like after the mall scene is.
Yeah, I cut to where I left off at your house,
Okay.
and
Well, yeah,
and
good on her.
look at us now. We went from furlong to furload.
Hey,
Good joke.
Oh,
Weird. Furlong came up in a Jackbox trivia game last night, and I thought of a similar joke. It was how long is a furlong, and I was like, oh, it was like 5'9".
how long is it though?
Eighth of a mile.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, we're talking about the actor, right?
Yeah, that's why he's like 5'9", I think.
Oh, but his name is
Yeah.
is that the same?
Yeah.
A furlong is
A furlong.
a unit of
Yeah.
distance. Okay,
that's the thing.
Yes.
I did not know this. Look, we all get to learn. Carl, did you know?
I did not
And
know.
playing
Edward
Sims.
Furlong was coincidentally
No.
the star of the movie 8th Mile.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
you're thinking of the real Slim Shady.
Oh, right.
Different
Mm.
guy.
Yeah.
Damn it.
8th Mile. 8th of. Okay.
That's the 8th Mile, right? That's what it's called. By
Did you guys see?
Slim Shady.
Speaking of Eminem, did you guys see? So Chris D'Elia has a new comedy special on Netflix, and I love him. I think he's like super funny, and I was watching him on Rogan while putting trivia together one night, and I thought this would be a not very distracting thing to have on and listen to them chat for 2 or 3 hours, and he brought up this Logic and Eminem music video that he was in because he did an imitation of Eminem on his Instagram, and uh, I really like the song. It's a Logic jam, and Eminem's featured on it. And if you guys get a chance, look up the video. Um, the damn title is, what do you call that? Genocide, I think, is the title. And yeah, fucking, I don't know. I think I'm not an Eminem fan. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure about that. But then anytime I see some shit he works on, I'm like, you know what? I think he might be the best rapper ever. Like, did you guys see that other new one, Godzilla? You seen this Eminem song?
Nope. Is it
No.
good?
Oh yeah, it's real good. And the video is real fun. It makes you get the old Eminem vibes, back when we were in high school and the real Slim Shady came out and all that, and everybody's like, "Who's this crazy fucking rapper guy talking about Spice Girls and uh, 9 Inch Nails and his songs?" And remember that was popular for a while. Kevin,
I always thought he was good.
yeah.
I liked him a bit. Yeah.
Well, did you see this Godzilla song yet?
No, this is like new.
Yeah, it's off his new album. It came out, I think, a couple weeks ago. Maybe just 2 or 3 weeks ago. But some good shit.
He's a clever boy. He's a big Loveline fan, also.
I
Doesn't
believe it.
have anything to do with the rap, but makes me feel better about him as a person.
Yeah.
Everyone should be a Loveline fan. It's super fun. I've been listening to Dr. Drew and Tom Segura. They do. It's called like late night or up all night or something like that. And it'll be Dr. Drew and then either Tom Segura or his wife. What do you call her?
You're
Christina.
his wife?
Yeah, do you remember her? She's a comedian as well.
Oh,
I don't know. Anyways, they both do a podcast together called Your Mom's House. Tom Segura and his wife. I can't think of it. Polinsky. Anyways, and Segura and Dr. Drew. That is a pretty funny combo because Tom Segura has shown him all this like these weird like underground fucking internet clips and YouTube clips of these like deeply disturbed people, and Dr. Drew's trying to keep it positive and pretty clean, and well, this guy might have some sort of depression, anxiety, and Tom Segura is like laughing at this person's pain in real time. It's like pretty good combos. Check that one out.
Christina Pazitsky.
There you go. I was close.
Yeah, podcast.
Sorry,
What
I
were we
have a
talking
little
about?
one
Tom
just-
Segura?
Game
a
of
little one
silent
just walked
chicken
in,
we were
sorry.
playing with ourselves.
I have a little one that just walked in the room here, so you
Oh,
guys
okay.
have to talk for a minute. Yeah.
Do you have anything to talk about?
Me?
Probably. No, the kid.
Oh,
Whichever one it is,
let's
I don't
put the
care.
kid on.
They're both entertaining. No, he's away. Probably got his headphones off. Constable So Boring joining us right
There
here
you
in the
go.
Discord right
There you
now.
go. Well, while he's away, we can jump the gun. I killed another man this year.
What? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is 2 for 2 on me killing wrestling affiliated people. I feel bad.
Well,
Guy's name was Howard Finkel. Is that right?
His name was
Yeah.
Howard Finkel. Yeah. So heard that he was not doing so good. Possibly had a stroke this last year, and then lo and behold, he's gone and died. So puts me in the lead over you and Kevin and Carl both chose Terry Jones. So
I never stood a chance. I'm terrible at this game.
yeah, you picked a lot of the olds, like people in their 90s. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Sorry, I had a
but
girl.
this Howard Finkel though, I think he's probably the voice of all of our childhood wrestling announcing memories. Easily the greatest announcer ever. If you ever watch someone win a championship, just hear that and no, the gravitas is
Invented and new.
what
No.
Did he invent
and
and new?
new what
Yeah, that's him.
This is the first one to do that, is what I'm asking.
he's the best one to do it, I think.
It's still
I
a
think that's
popular
where
thing to say when people become the champion.
Sure, yeah.
I think that's where
that'll
it
still
comes
happen.
from.
Good for him. That's a fine legacy to leave to all of us.
Yeah.
What about Bobby the Brain Heenan?
No.
Well,
I
that's
always think of
different.
him as being the best announcer.
Well, that's a different. He's announcing as a color commentator versus the Finks announcing as
His
the
race
About,
doesn't
commentator.
matter.
Tony Schiavone.
He's
The-
still alive.
There,
Oh, okay,
He-
okay.
Finkel was a ring announcer, not a commentator. Like he announced
Oh.
people that came to the ring. Yeah.
What
Oh,
about
he was a welcomer.
What about
Yeah.
Mean Gene?
Mean Gene wasn't a backstage interviewer, so
Different.
neither one of those things. But he's the one that I killed last year, apparently. And so
Joe, you're too good at this, man.
So who do you have? Who's gonna die next year?
as my wrestling favorite,
For your sick pleasure.
For your own entertainment.
So
I don't know.
tell them now so they can get their affairs in order. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pick Vince.
nah,
Pick Vince.
I think it'll only help you guys if I reveal my answer now. So I'll wait until. By the way, I'm still owed a dinner. I know that things are all shut down right now. So if you guys want to send me like a KFC $30 family meal, I'll take it.
The government's-
KFC's what you would pick.
The government says that you're not allowed to collect on that for 60 days while it's shut down.
What?
So, yeah, you can't.
No, I'm waiting on my win from 2019. So this is well
Yeah,
over
but
the 60 days.
Well, take it up with the state
Hmm.
COVID task
The
force.
state said that I'm not allowed to collect on my death pact. That's what
Yep.
they said.
Yeah, I checked
Hmm.
with the state.
Okay.
I think we decided we wanted to go to Texas Day, Brazil, right? That was going to be our celebration
Yeah.
dinner.
Hey, maybe
So-
that can be our celebration for when we can like go to restaurants again.
Yeah,
I mean,
Can we do that
really-
on Discord?
we decided that, but then I was the only one that was campaigning so hard against that. Like, I wanted to just go to Waffle House, but if you guys want to go there, we'll do it.
I wanna go there.
Joe, if we go on Sunday during lunch hours, or I think any day during lunch hours, it's only $25.
I mean, you guys are paying for me. That's why I'm saying I wanted to just go to Waffle House. But
Some
Why-
really great pangolin and bat offerings.
oh yes, yeah, we
No.
don't know
No.
what it was. Was
Super
it the pangolin
excited
or was
for
it the pangolin is such a cute animal. I would hate for that
Yeah.
to be the one that caused all this shenanigans. I feel like it's much more down the bat's alley. Piece
Yeah.
of shit.
Bats, the chicken of the cave.
Yeah,
Have you heard,
fuck bats.
have you heard Norm's stuff about the impossible bat?
Yes, yeah.
It tastes
No, I
just
need
like
to.
bat, but
I forget where I heard this, but somebody was telling me recently about why bats are such good vectors for disease. You guys any thoughts on that?
is it
What
how
is
much?
it about a bat that makes them like so good at carrying
It's not-
parasites?
It's not just that they're
Vampires?
a mammal that can cover a shitload of like ground with the flight and all that, is it? Or
It's not just that, no.
okay, is it that
It's something really cool and interesting about what makes them a bat.
hmm.
That's
Was it
what I
just
was
that
gonna
their
say. Was
parents
that
died at an opera or something?
So bats have really shitty immune systems because in order for them to be light enough to fly, their bones have like basically no marrow.
Oh, cool. That makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
bird bones are super
Yeah.
light and yeah. Okay.
No.
Are very dirty as well.
Yes, they are dirty.
So we
Dirty
learned something.
birds. I learned two things. I already
And
forgot
they
what the other one was, but
they cheat on their
a
wives.
furlong. They do, yeah. They do cheat on their wives, and
Heard that.
I love it. I love it. Joe, play a game for us, man. We want to play a game now.
okay? Yeah,
We all
we've got.
decided.
Well, we were supposed to set up one game with a topic. So, do you want to swing back to the topic first?
Sure. Heroin.
What are we spending
Are
our
you
s-
still? Oh,
What are we spending our stimmy money on?
yeah, baby. Let's go shopping.
Yeah.
Amazon.com says it's not gonna arrive until May 20th. Yeah, right. All my shit's been coming in a couple days, baby.
Fuck yeah.
I'm ordering the most non-essential items from Amazon. So if you're listening to this and you work for Amazon or you drive a truck around, I apologize.
No, you're keeping them employed for sure.
No, they're upset. People are ordering dildos and stuff.
Oh,
They're
well,
like,
that's essential. You haven't been able to please her for a couple years, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden we get caught in the quarantine. And you just want to reach the spots you can't reach normally.
And it's like, hello, morale. That matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Yeah. So what are you guys buying? Kevin, you got your check. You're ready to go shopping. What you got
And
your eye on?
I got my Trump money. I'm gonna use it to.
Wait, did you get your Trump money?
It's your own money. It's
I
a
did.
it's a loan you're taking out from yourself.
You don't have to pay it back.
It's not though. Yeah.
It's a stimulus, Carl. Remember when
Right.
Bush did one and it was only like $400 or something?
Yeah. And then you had to claim, or you had to do something on your taxes with it. Basically, you paid it.
You might have to pay
No.
taxes on it, don't you? I mean, as
Nope.
income.
You're
You
gonna
don't
have
have
to
to
pay
pay
for
taxes
it.
on it either.
Yeah. Check your facts.
No, but
Check
as
your
a country,
facts.
we're all gonna have to
I
pay
checked
the
them.
money on it.
Kevin just
No, like
confirmed. No tax,
in
no
the
paybacks.
in the cosmic sense, is that what you mean? We all have to pay for it, or
With our pride.
No, I just mean that we've now entered into a giant sum of money that we're giving out. So eventually, the country will pay for it.
It's a loan from yourself.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It's that rainy day
Thank you,
fund.
Trump.
Is that what you meant, Carl?
Yeah.
I believe you meant that you had to pay it back. You, the person, you, the taxpayer. I
We
believe
do.
too.
Yeah, we do.
I don't think you do, though.
Yeah, we do.
I don't think you do, though.
It's
No,
as an
it's our
individual,
money.
you don't have.
It's yes, we do.
you're not going to have to literally cut a check back to the government for $1,200.
No, you're not going
Yeah.
to, but we're paying it back.
Yeah, it'll come back in one form or another.
Yep.
But I don't think that's
Okay.
what Carl's saying. I think Carl thinks that, or it's telling us that we'll have to pay.
That's
it back.
not what I'm saying. I'm saying we're going to pay it back. Like, that's exactly what Joe just said.
Yeah,
And was
yeah.
and was agreed with.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, no, this is not like
Carl, don't get toxic on me, man. Don't get toxic. All right. So Carl changed his opinion about having to pay it back. That's fine. Listen, Carl? Did you get yours?
Yeah.
You gonna get a game or something, man? You gonna buy a game? Or what are you gonna get?
I paid off
Get
debt
new
with
wheels
it.
for your car?
No.
Paid debt off? That's smart.
That's what I'm doing with mine.
Oh, you guys are boring. Joe, you gonna get a toy? You gonna get new internet?
no, none of those. I think I'm gonna evaluate the house situation for the summer and maybe put it towards a new deck.
Yeah.
Deck boards are starting to look a little decrepit and beaten up, so I think
You've got some scary boards. A couple of
You going
scary
now?
boards
Are
in
you
that deck.
going? Are you
yeah.
going? Are you going rebuild or?
No, I think the underlying deck is okay. I think it's just going to have to be top boards that need to be replaced. So that
Okay.
will be hopefully a little bit more affordable.
We could do it. It'd be a
Yeah,
pain in the ass, but if we got our hands on a table saw, like we could do it.
we need a nice saw, and we'd also need a nice tape measure. I have neither one of those things. I have an okay tape measure.
I have a nice tape measure.
Mm,
And we could, all you do is you sander down once you get it where you want it, and then you treat the wood, let it sit for a
yeah,
while, and then paint it whatever color you want, or
it'd
leave it wood.
probably be the same color it is now. But
Blue.
yeah,
That would you got like a blue going there?
yeah, it's like a blue thing.
Yeah. Well,
But
cool.
yeah, that's the thought process here.
There you
So,
go.
yep.
Are you guys finding that you're saving a lot of money with all of this?
No, I feel like I'm wildly spending for things on the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we're saving so much money, and it's not
Yeah.
like I was out, shopping, and I guess okay. So I guess we're not eating out ever. That's one thing. I don't know. I feel like we're saving a bunch of money.
Not spending any money on gas.
No
Yeah,
gas. That one's
that's
true.
true.
I discovered that I don't even need to pay for haircuts ever again. So that was a pretty good savings.
Yeah. I need a
Um,
picture of you. I need you to rock a selfie and throw it into the chat. I want to see this new look.
See what I can do.
Is it
Thank
a bowl
you.
cut?
No, he did a buzz,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
which is like a bowl cut except for the whole like top part.
Right, right. So no bowl,
Right.
just a cut.
It's just a cut. Yeah. Cool. I got a new hard drive for my computer. I got a 2 terabyte solid state card, Carl boy, and we got it put onto the motherboard today. And I like took it outside and turned the air compressor on and like blew all the dust out of her and got it all looking real nice and clean. And I was
Was
in
there
this.
anything
I was
anything living in there?
no creatures. I've seen that on Reddit and shit. Like if you have like an ant problem or spider problem in your house because of the warmth, they'll go in there and like fucking call it their new home. Have you seen this?
Yeah. Ugh.
It happens with VR headsets too. Like if you leave your headset on the ground, there's like enough of an electrical current going through there that it's warmer than whatever else is around it, and like you'll go to put your headset on and like fucking spiders in your eyes. This has happened. But no, I got this. I went to Micro Center today and I got a sweet hard drive, and it wasn't much. It was like a couple $100, but it was like I don't know. That was what I spent some of
What
my
what
Trump
was
check
the
on.
busyness level of Micro Center like today?
Do you know what? It makes sense. Think about it. Everyone's working from home, and
Yeah,
they had a
yeah.
shit office to start with, and/or no computer. And so I saw people in there. Well, and I think a little bit of it was like Trump check. Like I did see people like buying TVs and shit too. So I don't know. I was surprised at how busy it was on a Sunday. Um, but I think people are. I think it's so funny because I mean, how many million people are working from home now? And so they're starting to figure out real quick, like, well, fuck, if I'm gonna be sitting in this stupid office at home for maybe another month or two, I want to enjoy it. So everybody's buying tech and getting their studio all set up. It's fun. Which for me, I'm like that was already I already had all this shit. Like I already wanted to have 3 computers and a console and you know what I mean, like a space and everything. So, but I don't know, it's pretty cool. Except for when I go to Micro Center and there's 1,000 people there and it was awkward and weird and everyone had masks on and shit.
Did you bring a mask?
I had a mask. Yeah. Um, Maggie's mom had made some. She had some material and did like made some out of some of the material she had. Um, which they say what you're not really supposed to be wearing a mask unless you think you have it, right? Is that the
No, I
rule?
No,
No,
I
now
think
they're
they've
just
changed
saying
it now.
everyone wear masks.
Okay, and that's what I
Yeah.
thought. And then even before that, like I went to the grocery store once to get stuff for Maggie's parents, and um I wore a bandana, and like I saw, a fair amount of people there without shit on, but I was like, well, okay, if this is the type of virus that can live within you, and there's a chance you might not show symptoms at all, or after, or not until a week or two of having it, then shouldn't we all be wearing masks? Like, because you're not positive unless you were tested that you don't have it. I don't know.
Well, that's the deal. If you go out, like you're obviously gonna wash your hands after you come back, but you want to prevent yourself from inhaling anything. So
Yeah,
it's not it's not the one way street of just you're not going to give it to anyone. It's going to be you're not breathing in somebody who was just here and maybe coughed,
yeah,
and then you're now putting these things into your body.
particulates. Yeah.
Particulates, yeah, good word.
So that's what I got, and I got a new pair of shoes.
The fuck?
Shoes did you
Why?
get?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty proud of myself. I've been a dad now for 8+ years, and
Did you get New Balance? Are these New Balance?
I finally pulled the trigger on a nice pair of New Balances,
Oh
baby.
my god!
They I like them. They're comfortable. They were very affordable. I spent $30 on them. They're not now. Listen,
they're
They're
not-
not.
You don't look
They're
fat
not
and
the
chirping.
standard. They're not the standard like white, Bob Williams like dad New Balance shoes. They look. I think they look pretty cool.
NBs are comfortable. You're
Yeah,
welcome to the club. Those are my lawn mowing shoes, by the way, or some NBs.
yeah. I've not owned a pair of these New Balances, as I mentioned, and they are
You can
very
call them
comfortable.
NBs now that you own them.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm in the dad club. Oh, Kev, you look cool, man. You look like a
Thank
fucking
you.
Navy SEAL or something, dude.
Ready to slit some throats.
Yeah, man. You look
The
cool.
Do that
get looks
yourself?
a little shaggy too. This is probably due for another touch up.
Nice. And your Yeti is white. That's epic. Look at you, dude.
Well, Yeti's white. The thing on the wall is yellow.
I'll send you
Black
guys
in
a
the
photo
picture.
of my.
It's actually
send you
more
a
of a navy blue.
have a photo. I'll send you guys in the text thread later a photo of my New Balances. They're sort of um like a lightish kind of like a navy blue, and then like a gray, like kind of splattered like paint flick looking sole to them with some orange like threading in there. They look sharp. So yeah, I love that. That's my sense of like a shopping spree is like a $30 pair of shoes and a $200 hard drive for my
It's
computer.
a very responsible shopping spree.
Well, the hard drive thing was like all these awesome games keep coming out, and Carl, you know this one, and Kevin, you too, because you play computers on the PC. Um, fucking, you don't want to do the shuffle games around thing where you have to delete one to make room for the other two that you know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
now I'm just like, fuck it, install them all. Let's go. And then if I don't play it, I'll uninstall it. But I'm very excited to have like a shitload of games, on deck if I need them. Speaking
Good.
of video games,
Just your chopping spree is gonna stop
Nope. Go ahead.
real quick and abruptly when the jackbooted thugs from the IRS come in and take their
I
hard
know,
drive.
right? They're gonna want the hard drive anyway. Some of the shit I've been doing online, they're gonna need it for their files. Yeah. Speaking of video games, I installed and played Metal Slug. Joe, you know this game. They had the cabinet at North. What do you call that place? The North High
Old North?
Barcade, Old North Arcade. Yeah, you guys remember that one? Metal Slug. It's like a shooter platformer with like 32-bit style graphics, and it's from the Neo Geo
Hell
era,
yeah.
and like the animation is just like so awesome on it. You go through like 10 missions of like just completely insensitive like quasi racist terrorist, and like and you're just killing everyone and blood sprays everywhere. Joe, you know what I'm talking about? I think we lost him. I don't.
He might be peeing and
Might be
grabbing
peeing, but
beer.
but Kevin Carl, I've played that one with you, right?
Yeah, we've played that before.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just shared it. Yeah, this game's awesome. I fucking love it. I think it's so pretty to look at. And the kid, the 8-year-old, walked in while I was, slaying tits, and she's like, "What is this game you're playing?" I'm like, "Oh, it's called Metal Slug, and it is just a delight. I love it so much." And she's checking it out, and she's like, the graphics are kind of cool. I don't, even though it's kind of pixelated, it looks really cool. I was like, yeah, the animation for all the different characters in this, even the enemies and things that you'll only see the animation like once or twice. um it's all real high quality. And those games, uh your Sega, your Super Nintendo, even through all up until the N64 and stuff, like some of these platformers, they were smart with their budget and how much time they wanted to spend on certain animations. So they just wouldn't make animations if it wasn't something the player was going to see multiple times during the game. So you knew all the animations, but there just weren't many. This game, like, it'll do different death animations or different um like full animations for an enemy that might only be around like half a level, or just during a boss fight or something like that. And it's like, oh man, just I don't know who made it, but the level of the love comes through for sure. You can tell they were like trying to make a good looking game for for that time. But
That was an
really
arcade
really
game
loving it.
too. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's console ports never really did it justice, even as good as they looked. And
yeah.
the Neo Geo one was supposed to be the best.
Yeah, and so that's what's cool too, is like, yeah, it's like 32-bit era, but it had extra juice in it because it was an arcade build, right? Like those games always had a little extra RAM or something, or some more shit in them than what you could run off of your Sega or your Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of, I mean, like Mortal Kombat had extra stuff built into certain runs of the machines because
Yeah. Or
the game was just the fucking board.
yeah. Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
it was yeah, it was the
there's a
whole
base.
purpose of the board, yeah.
There's a base for them all that was whatever Sega's, technology was, but
Yeah.
they could put whatever bells and whistles on the board to make the game do whatever they needed it to do.
Yeah, and then once you have a build, you say, do this 200 times, and we'll ship out cabinets and put screens in there and all that. It's kind of interesting. Like, I bet, oh, what was the light gun shooter, House of the Dead? Is
Oh
that what
yeah,
that one
that
was?
That
is.
was
the
one of
the
Yeah.
one of them.
rail shooter, on rail shooter, that we would play at Star Cinemas and stuff. Like, that was probably another example of like kind of PlayStation era 3D graphics that didn't look like much, or wouldn't look like much now, but then it was kind of like, oh man, look at all the different things that are going on, and how smooth it's all going on, where it just, if you had a PlayStation disc version of it, your machine wouldn't be juiced enough to run it like that.
There's like 18 versions of House of the Dead if you go to the theater
Oh, okay.
nowadays. They
So,
just kept that thing going.
so Joe, you left, but I played through Metal Slug. Do you remember that game?
No.
uh, we played it a little bit at the Old North Arcade. I was gaga over it, like over the animation and stuff, and like you're killing terrorists and stuff. Carl has it on the screen in the Discord, but
Yeah, I
uh,
saw that one.
if you guys can find it, install it and play it. It's currently part of the Xbox Game Pass, and so you can just, if you have Game Pass, it's waiting for you on your computer. You just have to install it. But yeah, that was a lot of fun to just kind of bang through. Anybody else playing anything new? Carl, are you still in Nemansky territory, or?
Pretty much. I did get Sims 4 was $5, so I picked that up.
Oh,
I
is that
picked
the
that up with my
newest one?
my stimulus check. Yeah, that's the
Nice.
newest one, but it's still pretty. I think it came out like 4 years ago or something. But that's okay
Okay.
because they needed a lot of time to fix like I don't know if they like rebuilt the engine or something, but like a lot of features that were in all the previous iterations weren't in it at launch. And it's one
And
of those
then
games that's kind
and
of
then
been
the
a project since it came out
yeah.
to
And then they
to
add to
fix.
those games too, like all kinds of packs and shit.
Yeah, good Jesus Christ. There's like
Dating and
12
the zoo
12
and
fucking
yeah.
expansion packs to this.
Nice.
But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing besides No Man's Sky. And I jumped back into Morrowind a little bit because I joined a Morrowind Facebook group, and there's actually an engine that's a open source engine that was developed for it just separately by like modders or people on the internet that can run the game on across all like computer platforms. So it can run it on PC, on Mac, and on Linux, and it can
Okay.
also run it on Android. So you have to have like an actual install,
Yeah.
but you run the engine separately, and it pulls all the assets from the Bethesda folders. Um, so there are a lot of bugs that aren't present, like not because they had to be fixed because they didn't even like they had the ability to look at the engine that Bethesda had built back then for the game and just avoid a lot of the issues
Yeah.
that it had. I've been playing that a little bit too.
Cool.
That's called OpenMW. If anyone wants to try that.
Okay. A lot of spring sales popping up right now online, so keep an eye on your Steams and on your. I always recommend these websites where you can buy Steam codes that no one told me about when I got a computer. I had to fucking like hear about it through Reddit or something, and then go to the site and be like, "Is this legit? Like, you can buy these games on this sale and whatever." And so they just buy the Steam codes ahead of time in big chunks of them, and then they run their own discounts and run their own services. And so one of them is Green Man Gaming. There's Instant Gaming, and then there's Humble Bundle. Those are my top three, and check out those sites too because they're all running spring sales. I just got Resident Evil 2 for $15, so I'm just saying the remake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm stoked to try that one out.
Does
And
Joe have
then
a game, or do you got
yeah,
more?
Joe.
Okay.
What's Joe playing?
Are you asking if I have a game for trivia or if I got a game that I'm playing?
Both.
Yes and
Whichever one
yes.
you like. Yeah.
I'm still working on Mass Effect and the Warriors for PS2.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm not making great progress in them. It's been weird since the quarantine has happened and I'm stuck at home. It's like if I'm sitting on the couch, I don't really want to play a game. I just want to turn on T2 endlessly, keep watching that, and then fall asleep with my dog on the couch, and we'll call it a day. So I gotta wake myself up and make myself finish these games. But yeah, why don't we play one?
Yeah. Real quick, I was just gonna throw in if you're getting tired of T2, maybe, just maybe, throw in Terminator Dark Fate into the mix. Watch that one again.
Uh, I've been there. Does,
No fate but what we make.
doesn't hold up.
You're wrong.
All right. Well, let's find a game. We've got a possibility of playing two tonight, depending on the time frame. We all remember the rules of the game. We've done one of five already. This is going to be the final trail for the pale. Without fail, let's nail a winner.
Ooh.
And so we've had one, and Kevin won the last one. We don't know what the scores are. We know that he got at least 1 point. We don't know what he wagered. So that's
Okay.
an interesting twist, right?
1027, Carl's dick.
So Kevin will have the ability to wager 3 points, plus whatever he gets for winning the game, and then John and Carl, you guys are tied, so you'll have the ability to wager 2 points. Those will be kept secret until the end of the game, or a winner or a leader change takes place. So we'll know then when something has happened. You
Okay.
get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, this next game that we're gonna play, stimulus related.
All of it.
Yeah, and we've got what did I say? This is so we got 5 games total. So this is 2 out of 5 that we're playing right now to compete for this final never fail trail for the pale stimulus spending. What this game was going to be, I'm going to use our time machine, our podcast right now time machine that we use from time to time, and I'm going to
I
go.
get it. Use from time to time. Clever.
Yeah, you're the only one that got it.
Go from time to time, Joe.
We're gonna go back in time and look at things what they would have caused then. How many of them could we have bought with our $1,200 stimulus checks?
Okay.
There's not going to be an inflation cost. You're going to have to guess what things cost back in their day, and then how many of them you could have bought.
Oh, I love it.
All
So
right.
no inflation.
No inflation. Just you'll have to do a little bit of multiplication, I guess.
So unlike Kevin's ego, no inflation. I'm ready.
Okay. So I need right now everyone to text me your bets.
I'm all in. Carl said he's all in too.
Okay. Well, it's a secret bet, so
Now it's not. We said it. Right, Carl?
Okay.
Didn't I hear you say all in?
Yeah. What is it? Just 1 or 2?
We
What?
we can each wager 2.
you guys can both wager 2. You can't go if you guys get it wrong, and if Kevin gets it wrong, he would lose 3 points if he were to bet at all. You guys are sitting at 0. We know this because you didn't win last week, so it doesn't make sense for you to not bet 2. But 0 will be the cap, and then so Kevin's got the only points on the board. We know he's got at least 1 point, but we don't know how many
that's
more.
right. Now I remember. Hold on. It makes sense. You're not revealing our scoreboard right now until we have a winner.
Right, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you'll know that he got at least 1 point for winning the game, but we don't know how much he wagered last week. So we know he's got 1 point and he's in the lead because he won. So
All right. Is Carl, is Joe a little like on the mic, do you think?
Yeah.
As far as his audio goes, like Joe, go take an inch off of
It's just
off of your
peaking. He's
from-
peaking, I think.
Yeah, because I don't think he has a gain knob. So we're getting
His
you loud and
gain
clear.
is hot though.
okay.
So just talk like an inch or 2 further from the mic, and you should be good.
Okay. Yeah, I got no game.
That's better.
All right. So everyone text me your wagers again.
Just Kevin.
Well, no, you guys can wager 2 as well.
Well, I know, but we still have to text you.
No, put it into the Discord.
I already did it.
Oh, I got you.
Oh. Let's see.
I did it.
Well, no,
a
not
lot.
in the secretly, not in the group chat, John.
But why would
Like-
they do anything
like
with
last week.
2?
Yeah, I don't mind it not
It's
being
2.
Okay.
because we don't lose these points, right?
Hey, you can't go negative, I think.
You can't go negative, so yeah, you'll not lose them. I mean, you will, but I'll look down upon you, and that's about it.
I hadn't considered that though. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want my disapproving glances at you.
No, it's the last thing I need.
Right. So John -2.
From above the crawl space.
All right, still
Kevin,
waiting
did
on.
you contact Joe?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't see it.
Desperate wannabe
I
woman.
don't see it at all. Wait, Carl, did you?
Did I sent you a message.
Not getting any of
I
these
said it.
secret.
I said it out loud that it's 2 as well.
Okay, well, I'll take that.
Did you
All
unlock your
right,
phone?
I'm in a different. I'm in a different. Well, let's play this game.
Do the tartar sauce one, Carl.
Tartar sauce.
No, wait,
Okay.
still don't see Kevin's coming up.
It's
Keep 'em-
3.
Keep them coming, Carl.
Okay, well, Kevin's gonna say it out loud. All right, I'm gonna take that as a verbal
we-
commitment. Here we go.
Okay.
Unlocking my phone right now. So this is called stimulus spending, and we talked about how the rules would work a little bit earlier. Jump in your time machine and get ready to spend. How many of each of these could you get in the year they were released for $1,200? Remember, you can't buy fractions of items. So I'm going to give you an item and tell me how many you could buy with your $1,200.
Tax included?
What's that?
Tax included or no?
Sounds like no. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Face value. Let's ignore the IRS. All right. So John has sent a lot of twos into the chat. That seems
Apparently, what you guys are going to do with your stimuli.
He's setting more. That's fine. Okay. How many Ford Model Ts could you get in the year it was released? I'm not going to tell you the year also.
Okay, so the year it was released, the first Model T,
Yes.
MSRP.
Yep. The first Model T. They made a bunch of these, but the first one.
The Ford Model T. So, okay. Not the A.
No. No.
Okay.
We don't want the A. No.
Are we writing these down? We need paper.
Yeah.
Or do we tell him? We just tell him our answers.
Yeah, we can go around in a bit of a circle.
But then the blue baller on this one is that he won't tell us who wins
Right.
this game. Yeah.
Well, no, I'll tell you who wins the game, but I won't tell you what they wagered.
Okay.
Although I guess everyone revealed
yeah.
what they wagered.
Yeah. Okay, so how many Ford Model Ts upon its first year of availability
Could you buy? How many?
With $1,200?
$1,200. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Okay. Everyone's got an answer down.
I think.
Okay. Constable Soborn jumping in. How you doing, pal?
What's up, Constable? We love you.
You're way off. Sorry. All right. Let's go next one. An NES US Deluxe set.
Oh wait, that's not my answer. Hold on. That's not my answer. All those twos.
I know that. Okay.
Oh, we're writing them down. Okay.
You're writing them down, and
Okay,
we'll go around in a circle, and we'll talk about it later on.
Stoned right now.
Okay. Boy, it's almost 4:20. Why shouldn't you be, pal?
No, it's not.
Yeah, you got an hour until it's time to smoke up your joints.
Oh, you're right.
Wow, yeah.
Cigarettes coming up, baby.
That's still gonna
celebrate
happen.
Hitler's birthday in Columbine. Get me so fucking high.
Nope.
This is probably the weirdest 420 ever in the history of 420s, except for Hitler's.
Columbine is old enough to drink tomorrow.
Wow.
All right,
They grow up so fast.
An NES US Deluxe set from North America. So, Nintendo Entertainment System Deluxe.
Which means the zappers included.
I don't know what it means. I mean, I do know what it means, but I need to know if you know what it means.
Okay, those weren't cheap. I do remember that. Okay, I got my answer down.
We all got it. A Big Mac. How many could you get? How many Big Macs could you get when it came out? This is a McDonald's product.
That was in the 70s.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you could maybe get quite a few of them for $1,200.
Okay.
Moving on to the next one. How many Action Comics #1 could you get when it came out?
Oh wow, Jesus!
This is a big collectible item. This is the first appearance of Superman. He's hoisting up a car on the cover. I've never read it. I don't know what happens after he hoists up the car.
I'm pretty sure he he kills a lot of I'm positive of this actually. He kills a bunch of the bad guys by with his super strength just throwing them like into the horizon, like he just throws them into the sky. And then he also, back in the early days of Superman, he would always teach Lois a lesson. Like he would, like Lois would be talking to him about whatever as Clark, and then as Superman, he would like teach her a lesson, like make her look like a dick, dizzy dame on at every single episode.
So he, like,
Slap her around a little bit, like, oh
he'd
Lois,
teach her a lesson with his word. He wouldn't like double penetrate her with a giant
no, no. I'm talking about like back then, all
Yeah.
women were good for was dinner and a lay. It's like it was just the time.
Back then.
Hey,
All
you,
right.
you be careful, man. We have
All
a
right.
lot of female listeners on this show.
Well, your next question: the most expensive third class ticket on the RMS Titanic. How many
Ooh,
how many of those could you get? What are you spending? What are we talking about here?
wow.
That ship was not a good investment. If you bought a ticket to it, you're probably dead. Still,
That's an interesting one. What would you spend? The bet you said the most expensive
the most
ticket.
expensive
You're
third
not
class.
down there. You're not down there. Oh wait, third class.
Yes, yes,
So
the
you are
most.
down in the bottoms, and you're dancing on tables
Yeah,
and get drunk on grain whiskey, and you're
yeah, yeah. Based on that James Cameron documentary, you are dancing on tables, and that's how you're living your life. You're Irish as fuck.
yeah, you're
Sure.
hella Irish. Okay. Damn. Okay.
All right, and your next one: shares in Facebook during the IPO. So Facebook went public a couple years ago. What would it cost for a share? How many could you get for your $1,200 if you were to have invested it all?
When Facebook first was publicly sold, you're
Trade.
saying?
Yeah, when they
Okay.
initial public offering.
Okay.
All right, and there we are. Let's go through the numbers right now. What did everyone say for the Ford Model T?
Said 2.
I said one.
Okay, and Carl? Carl's dead.
Lost to Carl.
I said 2.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
I got it now. It was actually
Okay.
one. It cost $850 when it first came out. It
Can't buy
dropped
half
in
a car.
price to $300 by the end of its run. But yeah, when it first came out, $850. So
Nice.
John gets a point there.
Whoop whoop.
The NES US Deluxe Set North America. Now I can tell you, if you didn't know this came with the Zapper. This came with the system. This came with Rob too.
Oh, the robot. He
Yeah,
would
for
hold
the
your controller and play with you.
Yep, for the first set of this
Oh
US
wow.
Deluxe. So
Now
what?
do you think this was the orange zapper or the gray one?
Probably gray. I think orange came later after they were
Okay.
concerned about like people getting
People
shot.
using them as guns or trying
Yeah.
to hold up stores with. Okay.
Yep. So what'd you say there, John?
I said 4.
$400. Okay.
Wait, what?
$300.
Yeah.
You could buy 4.
Yeah, I said you could buy 4. And now that I say that,
Oh, okay. I see. Yes.
no, you're good. I think I went high. I think I went high, but let's see what
So
these
you
boys said.
said 4. Kevin said 3.
No, I said 4.
John
said 4, which indicated $300.
Right.
Okay. So John said 4. You said
Yes.
how many?
I said
Kevin's
4 as well.
Saying 4 also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both
I said
4.
6.
6 is correct. It was $179 in 1985.
Oh, shut
So you can-
up. I thought it was pricey. I guess when you think about the games, weren't the games like $50?
Yeah, but I think it still came with Mario and Donkey Kong, maybe.
Crazy. Good job, Carl.
Here with Mario and Duck Hunt.
That's
Didn't
what
it?
I meant, the cunt.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
meant the
Yeah.
cunt. Yeah.
Which a lot of people don't know features the clay pigeon setting, which is a lot of fun.
Oh
I
yeah.
think I
Yeah.
like it more than the ducks.
Yeah.
That fucking dog. All right. How many Big Macs did we say? Oh, was that with the family Egbert Kazoo?
Yeah, I only pull out the good one these
Well,
days.
how many Big Macs did we say here?
Make Carl start this time.
Okay, Carl, how many Big Macs did you say?
3,000 Big Macs.
3,000 Big Macs. Okay. Kevin.
Said 2,181.
Okay.
I might have screwed this up. I said 550.
That's not enough Big Macs.
It's not enough max.
Carl is the closest. They were 45 cents each. So this would have been 2,666 Big Macs.
So what's the year of the first Big Mac then? Was I right? Was it 70s?
The year was no 67, so slightly off on that
okay.
one.
Yeah, I thought they were a couple bucks, but I was wrong.
Yep. And your next one, Action Comics #1. How much would you pay for Superman to lift a car off of you?
You will believe a man can fly.
You should. You should.
So
Let's
you
start with
get-
Kevin this time.
Said 12,000.
Okay.
The 2,400 of them.
Okay. You're not John, but we'll take it. 2,400.
I said 5,000.
Okay. Kevin is on the money. It was 12,000 because it was 10 cents.
Yeah.
Oh,
for that
that's
comic
right.
to
I went
happen,
more
so.
like 25 cents. Yeah.
Mhm.
What was that, 1929? 28?
38.
Okay, a little later. Okay.
All right, and then we got the most expensive third class ticket on the
Carl, you know how they
RM.
designed the Superman suit?
Uh-uh.
Joel Schuster. It was they looked at wrestling and wrestlers at the time. That's kind of where we get
Oh.
all superhero suits, the underwear kind of thing on the outside and the boots.
That makes sense.
There you go.
All
Lucha
right, well,
Libre.
we got the most expensive third class ticket on the RMS Titanic. Start with John this time. What'd you say? How many could you get?
Oh, I'm gonna be embarrassed again. I said, which one is this? The number 5?
This is number 4.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
5.
No, this
Oh,
is 5.
yeah, you're right. It is 5. Yeah.
I fucked this up. Why did I write this down? I said 70. That does not make sense at all because this was a long time ago.
Okay.
I'm
You said 70.
gonna change it. I'm gonna say 700.
Okay.
I'm allowed to change it.
Said
Which one would you like to go
171.
with? 70
Oh.
or 700?
70.
70. Okay. Kevin.
Said 24.
24. Okay. Carl.
Said 170.
Okay. Kevin is the closest there, so it looked like $40 was the most expensive ticket I could find, so that meant 30 tickets was the most you could purchase. So Kevin
Okay.
gets the point there. Tickets to all 3 days of the first Woodstock.
Didn't ask us this, did
Wait,
you?
did I?
didn't-
I don't.
Nope,
Yeah, I think
not
I
at
skipped
all.
that one. Okay. Well, here you go. We'll give you a second to think about it.
Wait.
Um,
What did you say first for number 6?
Uh,
Because he
I,
said something. He
I
read
said
something.
that I said the Facebook one, but I think
Yeah.
I forgot to read this one.
Let's do
Okay.
Facebook first, and then we'll all try to think of Woodstock.
Okay, well here you go. Shares during the Facebook IPO. What do you got?
Said 30.
Okay, Kevin says 30.
I went 60.
Okay,
I said 10.
okay. Kevin is the closest. It was 31. It was $38
Nice.
a share in 2020.
Nice.
All right, Kevin takes the lead over Carl right now with 3 to 2 to 1. And let's go back to that Woodstock one. Tickets to all 3 days of Woodstock. How many tickets do you think you'd get for that? The actual Woodstock, not the subsequent ones.
The Fred Durst one.
Yeah, not
the shit
not the
one,
Limp Bizkit ones.
the shit fire one.
They've had a couple of Woodstocks, I think, since then, but
Leave it alone, guys.
yeah, just do your own thing.
Yeah, just call it Lilith Fair and move on. I said 120.
I'm gonna say 60.
Okay.
Say 12.
Okay. Kevin is the closest. It was $18 for this was 1969. $6.50 a day is what they would
Damn.
have charged if you didn't buy the 3-day pass. But $18, you could get 66 passes for Woodstock. Kevin,
Fun fact: if you showed up without a ticket, there was a pretty good chance you could get in for free.
most
Woodstock,
likely,
the original
What I
Woodstock.
heard.
Yeah.
most likely. But
Especially if you had
Kevin,
drugs.
we've won this subsequent round 2, so you're in a strong position to maybe win the whole thing, unless you do some serious fucking up.
You know
Everyone
what they
else
say
yeah.
about going
Did
to
we
Woodstock?
So did we set a limit this time though? Do you know when the game ends?
Yeah, it's 5 rounds. So this
Oh,
is
okay.
round number 2. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So we'll figure this whole thing out.
Here
I
we go, Kevin.
did some poor
Here we
scorekeeping,
go.
but yeah, there's plenty of opportunity still.
Here we
I think
go,
Kevin's gonna get over his head
Kevin.
with
Here
betting.
we
And
go.
there's still opportunities for people to step up and out bet him, outwin him. Maybe not.
Step up,
Maybe,
step
maybe
up, and
Kevin's
step out.
smarter than everyone in the room. We'll see.
I believe he is.
I believe it too. Yeah,
I'm
you
room
guys
by
are,
myself right
except
now,
for
so
Carl.
I should hope so.
guys
The
are
room's not even
fucked.
real.
Carl's smarter than
Yeah.
Kevin.
Street smarts.
Well, yeah, and book smarts.
Like I know, like,
You know what a
What
Big Mac fucking cost in 1960s? I said way too high on that.
yeah, yeah.
This was
That's
one of
street
the
smarts right
closer
there.
games that we've had, though. This was a
I was
lot of different.
nervous.
Yeah.
I was not feeling good after the first 3 questions.
That might just be all the Oreos, though.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. High blood sugar is not good for anxiety.
Oreo
Peaks and
Mountain
valleys,
High.
baby. Awesome. Good games, Joe. Speaking of people winning games, you had an excellent performance at the online trivia that I've been doing. This was just last night.
This was Thursday.
Thursday, you got
He
the
didn't
first.
play last night.
I slept through it last night.
That's
I
okay.
had a bit of wine on Saturday, so I slept through it.
It was hard fought. And did you have a category that that helped you? You think more? I mean, was there one or two specific categories that you slayed at, or was it just all around general awesomeness? Or
No. There were a couple that I missed, and I think everyone missed for like the big 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in trouble on my missing those, but then I did a lot of like detective work on your kazoos. It's
Google
like,
on Google. Oh,
no, it's like the last category was John plays the kazoo, so it's like, okay, I know most of these, but I also know what shows John watches, so it's probably one of these ones.
That's the trick with the kazoo categories is like if it's a movie theme or a TV theme that I'm gonna perform on the kazoo, I have to know it. Like it has to be some shit I already hum or can like if I told you, hey, hum the or sing the Adams Family theme. Like a lot of people could do that. So it was hard to find difficult ones to do. Like it had to be shit that I thought would be hard. You know what I mean? It's a
yeah.
weird category to do, and I'm gonna run out of like options soon. So
Yeah, and it's I wanted to ask you, what's your what did you choose to do your online artworks that you're giving out to people, or why did you choose the ones that you chose for your prints?
those were some of the ones that I based that off of reception on Instagram as my
Okay.
main metric. Like shit that people liked and shared a lot of. Those were kind of what I decided to print interspersed, and you're seeing a couple different series or different passes at stuff I printed, and then there's a couple in there that I was like, I just think this is badass um, and cool, and so I just printed them myself. But um, yeah, so there's some
Yeah,
good
I
ones in
mean,
there. You said you like the morning BM one.
I did, and I've never seen that one before, but that's one
Yeah.
that like
It's just a perspective of me and then looking down at like my thighs and my pants all bunched up, and it's just like my
we've
morning.
all been there every
I
day.
love the morning BM.
Yeah.
Good chirp
I live
left.
for it. He'll be back. Probably had to go grab an Oreo. Um. So yeah, if you're listening to this and you don't know what we're talking about, every Thursday and Saturday I've been live streaming trivia, and you're invited to come play. It's $3 into my unemployed checking account, and then yeah, you get a room code for a website called myquiz.org. So you play the quiz on that website, and then you also, it's hosted, and some of the questions are through the stream, which is on mixer.com at cream of Egbert with underscores instead of spaces. And the Thursday you played, Joe, good, especially good job on the win, because that was the most people we had playing. We had like
Oh
71.
wow.
Yeah, we had like 70 people in there playing,
Oof.
and so good job. Yeah,
I've been in there a couple times. I know that when you get to like, I don't know, probably 7 questions from the finish,
yeah,
you gotta pretty much finish perfect, and I did. So
nice.
pretty happy with that performance. It's been tough with the multiple choice, taking away the buzzer advantage of
Yeah,
the normal trivia.
I think you're not the only team to kind of figure that out. Like teams
Makes
that would normally slay at my live shows are kind of like, so I thought I was pretty good at trivia, but you know.
Well,
this
I'm
makes
gonna
you a
say
real man.
I'm the only team not cheating. I'm
You're not
100% legit. No,
You
I'm
know,
letting
I
it fly.
think I think, and I've heard this from a few people because I'm
That's
always
a
asking for
joke when I
feedback.
say that.
Well, no, I think about it too, Carl. Like when I'm putting the questions in, like I don't want it to be something as straightforward as like
You see what
what
Tyler said
what
in the chat?
oh yeah, Joel 100% cheats. That might be fucking real. Yeah. Yeah, well, and I only base that on, I was talking to my sister about this. I was like, the only reason I think that is that any board game or foot race or anything throughout our entire childhood,
A board
uh,
game or a foot race?
anything, card game, just arm wrestling, whatever, anything, any competition, video game, if it was possible, if there was a way to cheat, he would explore that.
Well,
So,
now he's coming out of the woodwork to defend
oh, he's
himself.
here. He's in here. I didn't know he
He's
was in
here.
here.
He's been here.
Joel, I mean,
He's on mobile.
you can't deny it, man. What does he say? I got second from pictures and music. All right. Maybe we're being a little too hard on the shark. But Joel won one, yeah. Or I should say, his wife won. I think he was playing like had 2 accounts going in there at the same time. But then Joel also won our Big Mike photo edit challenge, which was pretty fun to do. We have this guy. He plays at a couple different of my different live shows that I do. Um, Back before we were all allowed to go to bars and restaurants, and or back when we were allowed to go to bars and restaurants. And this fella Mike Liston, he's a real sweetheart, gentle giant. He we just have a lot of fun with him, and everybody kind of knows who he is. So we did or you know where it started was I did a movies that star Big Mike, and I photoshopped Big Mike's head on a bunch of different movie characters, and then since then, people were sending me photos that they had done putting Big Mike's head on different images. So we got Big Mike crossing the Delaware as George Washington. We got Big Mike in Silence of the Lambs with his dick tucked between his legs. So like everyone's been sending these great photos in, and my brother Joel, the Super Shark, he yeah, he was able to lock down the the main. Well, I think it was like $10 at Amazon or something, so nothing major. But he won the little kind of side game with a rendering that was Big Mike's face put on Sloth from the Goonies, but like one of the eyes was like lower and everything. Like it was well done.
It looked like Big Mike if he were sloth.
Basically. But yeah, if you're hearing this, you don't, and you've not and you've not played, come play games with us. It's kind of a nice little like, here's a shitload of people that we used to hang out with all and doing the same thing, so it kind of tricks you into think you're doing something besides
Well, yeah,
staying at
The
home.
chat is fun.
I'm just so glad that I won before Big Mike actually did.
Yeah,
So,
that would be a tough pill to swallow if Big Mike beats you, before, or gets a win before you do. I could see that being a problem.
yeah,
So
no, it's tough, but yeah, he's gonna have to go and suck my dick like everyone else did on Thursday.
well, you did it, man. And you ended up winning some art and stuff, so you double whatever the normal prize is, and be happy to set you up with anything you want. So
Oh yeah. No, I'm taking that morning BM.
yeah.
That's the one that I knew that I wanted. I hadn't seen that
You
one
know what?
before, but
If you frame that in a nice little frame, you can get that at Joann's, or wherever you like to buy frames, 8.5 by 11. And then you put that on in your bathroom, and then anytime you have a guest and they have to go in there and sit on the toilet and they can see that, that's kind of like a little,
yeah, it's an instant conversation piece
yeah.
for
It's like,
sure.
oh, where'd you get that? That's what I was just doing in there. My legs aren't as hairy, but
I saw my own legs in there, huh?
yeah. So if you're listening to this and you've been playing, thank you, and looking forward to next Thursday. And I got a whole bunch of category suggestions from people that I'm going to use, so should be a good
Thank you.
time.
You're less good than me. I am finally your better.
That's right. Cool guy.
Cool
Or
guy.
stately dog.
Not on the juice at all. Just this is all for my brain. I've not Googled anything. Never a juicer like some of you people out there are surely juicing with the internet.
Yeah, it's possible. 25 seconds you have to, I mean, if you were trying to cheat, just straight copy the question, throw it in another tab, and hit enter, right?
Yeah, you can definitely do it.
For the written stuff, but the
Stuff. For the
video and
photo
the
ones, you gotta just know it,
music,
yeah.
Yeah. So
unless
it's
you
almost
got
like
one of
I should
those
be doing
music
more photos and
recognizers.
stuff.
Yeah.
Is there a way to do audio at all, or is that?
There is. We do a category where like it links a YouTube account. That, or the other thing I could do is just play my desktop audio through the stream, and then I could play whatever song I wanted. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can do
I'm
that
s-
with OBS.
yeah, and that's what I'm using.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what we're
because you
using
saw my
right now.
layout. Like, I think my layout looks pretty fucking pro. Like, as far
Yeah,
as
yeah.
the like framing of it and all that, and I
No,
change
and
it each week, different backgrounds and stuff.
you can see that live, right? While you're streaming? Like you
Yep.
have that on a screen? Okay, cool.
Yep. I try not to have the like I check it, but then I like turn it off because it's weird to have to see like me like on another screen while I'm trying to, I don't know, do shit.
Oh yeah. I guess you're
I
seeing
I don't
yourself.
want
Yeah.
to constantly be reminded of how ugly I am. Just be like, oh, I don't want to see that. So I
I
shrink
don't
down the
care anymore.
window on another screen. I shrink it down, and it's just the chat, so I can just see the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that the one I'm using is really cool. If anyone's interested in fucking with it and trying to stream video games or whatever, it's pretty fun to do because it's free software, and you can if you know if you know a little bit about Photoshop and making a PNG or whatever, like, I mean, you can make it look however you want. Like, you saw Thursday when Joe won, I had like the naked Big Mike
Yeah.
on the screen in front of. I could put animated GIFs in there, so like I could make animations with my Procreate and export those GIF animations and put those anywhere I want on the screen. So there's a lot of options.
Yeah,
John, there's a
that's how I've got
request
our
in the
logo up there on the screen right now.
there's a request from Console is so boring. Could you put the link in the chat for the trivia?
Um, you know what, Constable So Boring, what I'll do, and this is a roundabout way for you to get this, is I'm going to link, and this is what I tell anyone who wants to play and wants all the information is you got to go into the old Facebook, and the company that all the event invites go through, it's XS Trivia. And um, if you go to events there, I don't have the new event up yet for next Thursday, but I will tomorrow. So all you got to do is just go there, and you'll see an event for it, and then you can go for it. So I just linked XS Trivia's Facebook page there, Constable So Boring. And if you go there and go to events, you'll probably see like the past events. But really, all you need to know is my Venmo link and my Mixer link, and then something like 7:30 or 7:45 before we start playing trivia at 8. Um, as long as you could chat in there or whatever, or I can.
Nope, it sounds like he's got it. He said, "Cool, thanks." He
He's good.
understands.
All
Yep.
right. We're good. All right. So real quick, is anyone sad that they don't have a PlayStation 4 so they can play the Final Fantasy 7
Yes.
remake? Are you
Yeah,
like
I want to
bummed
play
about
that.
that?
I was already
No.
bummed though because I want to play that Spider-Man game.
I know.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was when I first thought about because it's only $200 right now, right? If you get
Ugh.
Spider-Man 2.
I
Oh, really? Like a
guess.
bundle with Spider-Man 2 for $200?
Well, I think the system is 200, but it still might cost you extra for the game. But
Oh,
yeah, the system is
still.
way cheaper than the one right now is.
Oh.
Makes sense. It's a weaker console.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I want
I
to play
really want to Switch.
Spider-Man. I want to play Final Fantasy. Carl, you want your Switch back, you said?
Yeah, I want to Switch.
Yeah. The
Why'd you sell your Switch, Carl?
Just because I
Need it.
wasn't playing it at the time, needed money.
Yeah. The Animal Crossing is pretty cool. My daughter's been playing the fuck out of that, and I've hopped on it a couple times.
Yeah, that looks fun.
Everyone.
They announced the new Zelda too, so I'm gonna want to play that
Oh yeah.
down the road.
Yeah. You ever fuck with those Pokemon games? My kid won't shut up about them.
No, I was never really into that stuff.
Yeah, neither was I.
I played Blue on like Game Boy Color, and after that, I was like, okay, this is a lot of fun. But I think I didn't continue to buy Nintendo consoles after that because I think um, the what was the fucking brick thing that came out? I didn't
Game
buy it.
Gear?
Yeah, no, not the Game Gear. The game
The
GameCube.
GameCube, yes.
Yeah, I didn't buy that one, so I didn't buy more Pokemons after that. And
Yeah.
also, N64 had some like shit, like the Snap was not really the same thing.
Yeah. I had a GameCube. I played Metroid on there, and I played Animal Crossing. Rogue Squadron. Rogue Squadron was super fun. The Star Wars flight game.
Yeah,
That's kind of
yeah.
all I can remember from it.
I bought mine used for Resident Evil 4 and played that.
Nice.
But
That's
then
the next one they're thinking about remaking because they just released 3, and it got good reviews too.
oh sweet. But then
Yeah,
I played the hell out of Animal Crossing. I think we all did. We all had
yeah, man.
GameCubes at one point.
They were so fun. It was just a different feeling console and ecosystem and everything. It was fun. Do you remember? Or have you seen the look and stuff that they have for these Resident Evil remakes? And how they fix the control scheme and stuff, so it's not tank controls for like 2 and 3.
Oh, for like 2. No, I haven't played it, so
But
I
have you
don't
seen
know.
video
I don't
of
know
it and
how it
stuff?
I don't know how it feels. I know it
Yeah.
looks better. Like
Looks really
camera,
good. Like,
the cameras all look better and everything.
yeah, it's just
So I'm
it's
sure
just
they've
third
tweaked the
person.
controls. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's third person over the shoulder, and you just go through, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm stoked to start it. Like I said, I just bought it, and it's all installed and waiting for me. But and then there's a part of me too that was like, oh yeah, that's right. I don't like horror games because I'm a bitch. like they're scary to me. I get like stressed out while I'm playing them. Like I've had Alien Isolation for Xbox One and PC for like since it's been out, and I still have only put like 30 minutes into that game because it's just so fucking stressful. Like it's 10 minutes into playing it, you're like, this sucks. I don't want to do this. Like I'm so fucking nervous right now.
Uh, I feel like going back though, as scary as the Resident Evil games could be, I think Silent Hill is the better. Oh
Yeah,
shit, things are going down. Like once you hear that siren
yeah.
going off.
The I got to bring up VR, but like that Half-Life Alex is absolutely. There are big, 2-3 hour stretches of that game that you're playing a horror game where you're in dark environments and those head crabs are crawling around or zombies are coming out. It's that's pretty scary too because I'm going through it. I'm doing that thing again where I'm like, fuck, I didn't want to be. I didn't want to have a panic attack. Video games,
Yeah.
pretty fun. So yeah, there's your podcast, listeners. I think we did it. Episode 143, baby. We hope you had a good time with us. We hope you're staying safe.
We never said what we're looking forward to doing, and
Oh yeah.
we don't have to. Kevin's gone. We don't.
No,
have
I got my list. Let's do
All
it.
right. Yeah, knock him out real quick. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Fuck it.
Well,
Do it.
did everyone write down 3?
I wrote down 3. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go around and everyone just do and mine are like are your guys' rank them real quick. Like your number 1, your number 2 and 3 if you haven't.
Okay.
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 I got mine. Let's all start with our number 3. I'll begin. Um, I like hugging people. I'm a bit of a hugger, and so
Oh.
anytime I see like Joe, you've been hugged by me. Carl, I've been known to throw an arm or two around you. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
It's true.
my
Yeah.
my my Zane, my brother Jordan. He this is so fucked up. So he moves from Colorado, and him and his wife they have a beautiful young boy, and then everyone is told to stay home. So like I haven't seen my nephew and shit for like since he was born. I gotta hold him at the hospital when he was born. And then we visited like that weekend after he was born, and then that was it. Like that was the last time I saw him. This is back in February. And so yeah, I'm a physical. I'm a handshaker. I'm a hugger, and all that's gonna change. You know what I mean? Like going forward, we're shutting down hugs and high fives and handshakes. I feel like sucks even once we're back. So that's my number 3. Just holding a man.
Okay.
Joe, what? You guys don't hug?
Yeah. No, I'm there
well,
with you. That's on my list.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not on my list, but
Well,
I
Joe,
guess.
you made it sound like I was ready to suck some dicks or something, dude. You said, "Oh, well, okay. I guess
Well, you probably don't want to suck some dicks in the COVID era.
no,
You don't want to get down on your knees.
It's not what I'm saying.
in the glory hole situation at all. You
No,
want to stay away from that
glory
one.
holes are getting filled. Those are getting shut down.
Put cement in there.
They're gonna put
we're
some,
done.
they're gonna put some caulk in there, but not the caulk that you're used to seeing. They're gonna be sealing those right up.
Poor Kevin. He loves those.
All right. So who's next? Joe, what's your number 3?
I said I just wanted to go bowling, and I've got my own ball and shoes, but still, like you're
Shut
touching.
up. You have your own bowling ball?
Yeah,
All right. Is it cool looking?
it's okay. It doesn't fit my hand anymore because I got it when I was in high school, so it's actually more of a hindrance, and it's
Gotcha.
also not hefty enough. The maximum weight in a bowling ball is 16 pounds.
Yeah.
This is only 14, so
Yeah, that's a girl ball.
yeah, we should on the full weight so I can get that
Okay.
maximum pin action.
Well, dude, get a new ball with your Trump check that you can't ever use, I guess.
Yeah, that might be a thing that I do, but yeah, I just miss going out and throwing a ball down a lane, and yeah, it's
All
not
right.
something you do all the time, but
It's fun when it's happening.
Yeah, you got
I'm
a
one of
pitcher of
those.
beers in you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm one of those bowlers that anytime I'm doing it, I'm like, why don't we do this more? This is fun. Why is
Yeah,
this
bowling's
only
fun.
once every year? Yeah. What's Carl's number 3? Can't things you're looking forward to doing at the end of the quarantine?
Go to a bar and having a beer.
Yeah,
There you
totally.
go. That's-
I'll tell you what, I love
Little
sitting
chit
down,
chat.
like a little chit chat. But then also in my line of work, I find myself talking to really anybody that is around, and it's fun the stories you hear and who's what their job is and what people are up to, and get a vibe of just different randos that are there at the same time you are having a beer. I love it. Let's go number 2. I miss movie theaters. I am looking very much. I'm looking forward to, an opening night of whatever the next blockbuster. Your next Marvel movie, your next whatever. I really enjoy the idea of a show. It's here's the rules. Okay, you're not allowed to fucking talk, and we're gonna shut all the lights off in here, and uh, we all have agreed that we are here and we spent the money to shut the fuck up and watch this movie from beginning to end. And there's so many times at the house when we'll fire up a movie and oh yes, my phone's going nuts. I'm looking at my phone. Maggie's got to have her third piss for the movie, so we pause that. Hey, wouldn't it be nice to have a snack? Well, let's make this a
I
yeah.
gotta pee.
John, she's funny because she'll get up and just start wandering
Start
around the
peeing.
room. Well, no, like start going to the bathroom and stuff, and it'll be like in an epic point of the movie, and I'm like, hey, and I pause it real quick. I'm like, you can tell me to pause it. I will do that every time. No, it's not. I'll hurry. I'm like, you're gonna miss an important part of the film,
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. If you're watching a movie with somebody and they start to get up, you gotta pause.
Oh yeah, and then she makes me feel like I'm doing it to be like, oh, you have to pee again? Here, let me pause it. I've complained about this on the podcast before, but I'm like, no, I just don't want you to miss anything because I'm enjoying this movie. I'm pretty sure you are too.
Because you're the lead singer of Aerosmith.
Don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, you don't.
What do you guys got? Who's next? Joe Boy, what's your number 2? Things you're looking forward to when this is all
I
over?
I had a different thing, but you made me reevaluate. I've got the movie pass, you know.
Yeah,
I
that threw your spreadsheet way off, didn't it?
Well, so it did, but it's also a thing where they're not charging. I've already paid for the year, but they're going to tack on like the time they were closed to when
Oh, well,
my
that's cool. That's really
yeah
cool of them.
yeah. So yeah, it was a thing where I saw a lot of great movies there that I never would have seen otherwise. I would have just like looked at the synopsis and said, "Okay, I'll watch that." And I saw stuff like "Come to Daddy," which I never would have probably watched
You
ever.
saw you saw that on the big screen, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
yeah.
awesome. Dude, I've been raving about that movie since I've seen it.
Oh, it's so good. I saw that, and then after the movie, they had a question and answers with Elijah Wood and then the director of the
Yeah,
movie.
the satellite stream of it or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, so wasn't Come to Daddy in one of those trivia games?
yeah. That was the one that I won.
Nice.
It was like
Hell yeah, dude.
Elijah Wood is on the phone with a
Hell
Skrillex
yeah.
haircut.
He's
So
got a weird emo
I definitely know what
neo.
this
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. Oh, what you got, Carl? Number 2. Can't wait to do it once the quarantine's over.
That's the hugs, the human contact.
There you go. The
Yep.
contact. I love a bump. I love a 5. I'll kiss a
Handshake.
man on the cheek if I know you well enough, and I know you got a little bit of Italiano in your blood. I'll take
No,
Sure.
no.
Sure. Sure.
My number 1 is I want these schools to open back up, man. I want my kids to go to school.
Ah,
they're they're here. They're here always. Okay, they're here now. They're just here always. I need
little
them to go to
shits.
school, man, and I think they want that too. My daughter had her first like web meetup with her teacher and a bunch of her classmates. That was Thursday, and she lit up, man. She had so much fun. It was like a half hour long, and the teacher gave them all, you know, uh, a little a minute or two to go around and talk about what they've been doing, and yeah. So I want the schools to start schooling our children again. What you got, Joe? Number one.
This is gonna sound shitty because it just sounds like I just like to eat. I want to go to a Chinese food buffet, and I just want to eat all the fucking crab rangoons and egg rolls and
Dude.
fried rice and
Oh,
everything that I can.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds so good.
Food is not a big trigger for me. Like I can cook food on my own pretty fine, but
There's something about
you want to you want to
yeah.
slut out a little bit and
Fuck yeah, dude.
Slut out.
General So's, maybe
yeah.
maybe grab
yeah.
yourself some fried rice, white rice, whatever you're into.
Oh yeah, all of it.
Spring roll, an egg roll,
All of it. Yeah.
crab rangoons to the stacked as high as the sky. I love it. Give me that sweet and sour sauce. Where's that ladle?
Yeah,
Oh,
just bring it all to me.
my mouth is
I'll be here for
watering
a
now.
while. Yeah.
So here's what sucks is like I don't know if this is the same for you guys, but do you guys have a Chinese place that is like your spot, your one? Because we have one, and it's Family Garden over here in Westerville, and from the
Do they do a buffet?
they don't, but they
Okay.
have like okay, so Carl, like you remember number one Chinese buffet in Hillsboro? Of course you do. Fucking
Hell
place is
yes.
amazing.
Of
Yeah.
course. Of
Yeah.
course.
And so like that's my basis of what I think all Chinese food should taste like American Chinese food. And so anytime I settle into a new location, I that's one of the early goals is like, okay, I have to try all the fucking Chinese places within a, you know, 5 mile radius and find the one that tastes closest to that. And I found it, and it's pretty damn close, and I love it. And it's cheap as fuck. I can feed the whole family for like $20 or something. And as soon as all this shit happened, it completely closed. And so I haven't had like the Chinese food that I want and um well, since this started, and so I'm pissed. So, Joe, good number one. I fully support that, and maybe that's where we should get your prize meal. We should go to a Chinese restaurant.
Well, no, we'll still go to the Texas Day Brazil where
Well,
you
yeah,
guys have
okay,
to go
that's
pay
fair,
me a whole bunch of money
dude.
for that.
Get that filet mignon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Be delicious.
all right.
I can't wait to fucking play music. Like we've
Yeah,
had two
dude.
shows so far
Yeah,
It's a
and
real
that
you
were
guys
benefit.
supposed to be played that we could,
Yeah.
were obviously canceled. Yeah, and it's
and you
killing
guys
me.
have been making
It's
moves,
slowly
and
killing me.
you got this new album done, and you've been getting a lot of shows. You guys have some real traction going, and then all this shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we're, I just had a porch meeting with Hillary yesterday.
There you
So,
go.
yeah, we're just gonna kind of lay low, I think, mostly. We might, if we can figure out a way to record a couple of demos, I think we had kicked around maybe doing something like that and putting them up, but I think we're just gonna wait and hit it hard when everything goes back to normal, and people will be happy to see us and finally
Yeah.
get to hear the album and all of that.
Well, don't let any cobwebs form on your guitar there. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I've got it right here next to me.
Yeah. Get that bitch out and play those songs. So when it is back, you're crispy.
Fucking Tizite.
Hell yeah. What's Joe's number one? Did you say it? Do Chinese food?
Yeah.
We did it. Okay. We did it.
Yep.
Those are good lists, boys. And I'm sure this will all be over at some point. Did you guys see like sort of the all right, governors and states figure it out once you can hit all these different all the criteria, then we'll go through the phases. Did you guys are you all seen this?
This is Trump.
Yeah, this was the plan to reopen the economy. Did
No,
you see this?
I don't listen to anything that he says anymore.
Okay.
He doesn't make any sense, and
Yeah.
quite
No, it's
frankly, is out of his element. He's a regular Donnie.
it's all supposed to be it's all supposed to be happening by May 1st, right?
Yeah.
Go
Yeah, yeah.
fuck himself.
Yeah. And basically, if anyone's delayed at getting back to their life, it's no longer on the federal government. It is now on the state government. So
It's
get your
never been on the federal government, though. He said from
Yeah.
the get go, I
Yeah.
assume no responsibility. He also has no authority to reopen a state government at
No,
all.
and I don't want it reopened early if it's just going to cause a huge spike in new cases and deaths and stuff like
What
that.
a huge piece of shit he is.
Yeah, yeah. Not a not an unpopular opinion, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I think he is. I think I agree. No one
yeah.
here to
Yeah,
counter that because
I'm with you guys too. I just
Kevin's
I
sleeping.
just think it's so funny to see the task force get up there.
Well,
It's
now he had
Yeah,
to open
Ben
a
Carson,
second
who-
task force because his
Yeah.
first task force wasn't effective enough.
yeah. Get the
Yeah.
task force on it. I love it.
Ben Carson, who hasn't said a damn word and is just like stepped back from everything this whole time until finally someone rattled his cage.
I love it.
Oh, now Ben Carson's here to have something to say because
Yeah.
we ran out of people.
What did Ben Carson say?
I just saw that he was up talk. He's part of the task force.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God,
I don't know what was said.
He's like one of the only people that he's got left. I mean, Ben Carson's been sleeping for the past 3 years, so
Yeah,
it's great
yeah.
that he woke up to join the task force. But
They laid it all out one day. They were like, well, "We got a pretty light show today. What's Carson doing, man? Dude, you're up, man. You got to come out here and say some shit to these people."
it's like, oh my God, okay, do I really?
And I say all that as like Carson. I've always had some respect for, even though he's kind of dopey for a really smart guy. Like wait, what the fuck? I forgot he existed
Yep.
the
He's
last like
there.
3 years, and that he was supposed to be a part of all of this.
He's on the cast.
I mean, yeah, he's just sitting back and collecting a check. I can respect that one, but
And now he's got something to say.
Yep.
Maybe he's allowed to say it, or maybe he's saying things within certain parameters.
Yep. I'm
Maybe
ready
he's
for it to
willing
be
to do
over.
that. Yeah, me too. But like, I'm ready for it to be over for real because I don't want this to come back and bite us in the ass, like
I mean,
in a few months,
yeah.
or there's
that
like a
will
huge
happen
mutation
to
for
some
next
degree.
year.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna happen. Like there will be waves of this, right? Like so we might get fully back to something closer to what we're used to as far as going to work and what's allowed, as far as groups and things like that. But the shit that's gonna be weird is like big shows and like theme parks. Like I want to see what that looks like in the future, because
Yeah,
that's like the perfect way to like for this kind of shit to spread. Big
well,
churches, things
yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, we don't
and
really know.
just a
All
quick,
these
real
stupid
quick, guys.
fuckers in Florida are back on the beach today.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No,
Florida,
that's
go fuck yourself. Your entire
retarded.
state.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't use that word.
Would you? Oh, yeah.
I called it
I was about to, and then I said
I called it the
fuckers,
R
so,
word. If you
yeah.
guys want to tune into the Twitch, the two of you right now, I'm making Joe on the Sims
Oh, shut up! I am gonna do that.
as we chat. Just mute.
You said on Twitch. You said
Yeah, it's
okay.
we're twitch.tv/real podcast right now.
Twitch.tv
Was there
slash.
a fake podcast right now?
There's a podcast right now that I think I might have made when I was drunk once, and didn't and never confirmed the email. So there's no way to like get into it
Right.
because
Yeah.
like I don't think there's an email address attached to it. So I did contact them about it this week though, so hopefully they'll do something, and we can
I'm
have that
on.
username.
I'm on real podcast. I just see the logo though. I don't see the game.
You don't see the game?
No,
Where's
I'm
the
on.
logo?
We're just in the middle of the screen, just the normal PCRN logo.
Weird.
Unless I'm doing it wrong.
Did you
Are
get
you
play?
are you sure you're showing your gameplay or whatever in your OBS?
Yeah, I mean we're streaming. Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, real podcast right now. It says it's live. I'm getting audio, so yeah, I'm hearing me live. So I don't know. Get my
Sounds like quite the quandary.
get my dick all
Yeah,
hard. I
that's
want to see
weird because
Tim's go. Yeah.
I'm seeing it in the
The preview.
in the preview
Huh.
page.
Says you
All
got
right.
two. Says you got two in here now.
Well, I think we've pretty much figured it out on our end. You guys can sort this out. I'm gonna disappear just like Kevin.
Yeah. Well, let's say goodbye and thanks for
Yeah, yeah.
listening. And hit up our website, podcastrightnow.com. Look for that first episode of Dork Report. That's the new one. Me and my brother Joel Super Shark Johnson are going to start. We should get that first episode up this week at some point. I think we're looking at Monday or Tuesday. So give that a listen if you like video games and movies and comic books. And yeah, for real, thanks for tuning in with us. We hope everybody's doing well out there.
If your name is Big Mike Suck It, you still haven't won trivia yet at all.
Yeah, he's calling you out. And yeah, definitely hit me up for online trivia Thursday and Saturday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern time, and play a game, get silly, drink a beer. I think that's it. Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good rest of your night, and have a good week until we record one again. Any parting words from Carl Boy or young Concerto?
Be safe. Stay positive.
Yes.
Joe, he
Joe, I
dipped.
think he's already asleep or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there he is. There he is. Sounds like a drunk washing machine. All right. Yeah. We'll see you guys next time. PCRN 139, I think, is what we just did, right? No, 143.
143. Yep.
143. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Podcast right now.
Do Iron Man next. That was worth it.
It's pretty terrible. It reminded me of the oh, what do they always do? It's the Jurassic Park theme, but then someone does it with like a really shitty recorder. It's like a common meme online. You guys have seen this?
No.
Nope. Joe, you
No.
don't internet very well though.
No, I don't.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Good show.